hit that. Hello, again, for the YouTube folks. No time at all has changed. I just changed some settings on Twitch. We are gonna do the incredibly long and boring part. Lamau. I'm gonna look this up because I never remembered off the top of my head. Tales of Symphonia. Item thief setup. I need, yeah, sharp-eyed. Yeah, I need sharp-eyed, magical, and lucky. Something's not right. I mean... I'm gonna make rain manual as well. And then switch Regal out with Colette. I need to take a picture of this, because I like this organization that she has right now. Because I don't want to lose this. Left, right. So I've taken a picture that I hopefully will not accidentally delete. She needs sharp-eyed, magical, lucky, what level is stat boost? What EX gem level is stat boost? Oh no, she doesn't need the she doesn't need a fourth one. Oh! It's weird that I'm on the left. Okay, I'll fix that. Very well. I'll do that. Everyone's used to me being on the right. Which means chat gets to move too. Congratulations, chat. You're welcome. Alright, there you go. Does that work? Or, because the extension's broke. That's what it is. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Shit. This is so sad. Alright. I think it's the combination Sharp-Eyed Magical Lucky. That's what it is. Because it just says stat boost, which means it's like a random thing that goes stat boost. Up next. Item Thief is down. Okay, that's good. She doesn't need... Well, Item Rover would be fun, but... Goblin can tide us over. This is true. I don't need Item Rover, I just need Item Thief. Oh yes, one more thing. Regal. Do you have personal on these? Yes. I can remember that he has dodge. Alright! Excellent! The setup is complete. How much money do we have? 97. I'm going to do a thing that'll make everyone very sad. Right, for not that sad, but it'll be upsetting. My apologies, but we need money. I don't know how many cycles I will do. But we're gonna try to do as many as we can. That's not sad at all. Okay, so this is the... no, not that shop. This is the incredibly boring thing that I wouldn't want to just sit and watch this. It's not very mentally stimulating in any capacity. Talismans. Yes, yes. We will buy as many as we can carry. And, well, I'll fix geniuses, don't worry. I didn't realize he had a talisman. Don't I already have a blue talisman, or do I not? Oh, I don't. Okay, well, he can have a blue talisman when this is done. We now have 13 talismans. With Regal's personal, they are cheaper than they would be without that. I don't usually use his personal unless I plan to do this. You spend time late game grinding battles in first area for grade. Yeah, that is also a strategy that's in this game. It was faster to go this way. It's fine. Do we move faster if I do it like this? Maybe. Because we're moving forward and also whatever direction I have the thing in. I think this is faster. You've done tedious things in this game? Okay, Fuji Mountains. I gotta make sure that I get this right. It's not you, is it?
50% output should be sufficient.
No, it's not you.
Let's run! Let's be more careful next time.
Bad things for hearts. Is it this one?
I'm tired of this.
No.
Let's run! Let's be more careful next time.
It's hard to dodge these things. Up!
You're gonna regret this!
Here's one! It's down, right?
Item! I got it! Item roll!
Oh, it hasn't tripped yet. Dang it.
Sorry.
This is so unfortunate. I'm gonna have to kill these things. Luckily, we are very strong, so it's okay.
Whoops. I hope you learned your lesson.
Wait, what? Our compound EX skill didn't... That's not what I want. This is not, the setup is not correct. Sharp-eyed magical level. Oh, she needs a level 4. Okay, well, congrats, Colette. It was called Stat Boost. Excellent. Okay, let's fix this. Thank God. I read that again. Okay, so the skulls are...
Don't worry, leave it to me.
Actually, what?
I can't concentrate.
Okay, what move is this?
Holy wings, I beg of thee to reveal thy glory.
Kill everything.
Angel feathers! How's that? Found a weakness. Item. Whoops.
It won't trip until the next fight, so it's good that I do this now anyway. But now that I actually have the setup, pardon-moi.
Good job, everyone.
Yep, Compound EX skill. The Compound EX skill in question is called Item Getter. Guaranteed to steal items when the Item Thief or Item Rover effects are active. It might only be that one. Oh, no, here he is.
No.
It's easier if I kill everything else.
No.
Okay. Leave? Oh, no, don't fight that.
Item. Whoops. Item.
Dang it.
Item. Whoops.
Hmm?
Item. Whoops.
Did I
Good
get
job,
it?
everyone.
She usually says something when you got the thing. What? Did I get it? No, I did not. Also, I have no idea when I got that. Cool, though. Why is this not working? I have Item Getter.
Don't worry, leave it to me.
Is it? No, I'm pretty sure it was the demons. I'm trying to steal an item.
Item. Whoops.
She usually says something like, I got it!
Item. Yay, I got something.
Okay, it is these guys. It's not the demons, it's the Chimera. I'm stupid. Oh my god.
Item.
I can't believe I forgot the whole thing.
Yay, I got something.
Okay, cool. So it's Chimera. Excellent. There are quite a few of them. I'd use Item Rover to also get money, however, Item Rover costs a lot more, and I'd rather not.
Good job, everyone.
Like, if I remember correctly, there's not really a benefit to it, because... Like, let me actually see what the difference is. Yeah, it's like twice as expensive. We'll see. We'll leave that on the back burner for now. However, I think if it's just these chimeras, then... Because I thought you got it from the demons. I had remembered false. It was chimeras. But what we're gonna do... And this is gonna be fun.
You're gonna regret it.
Is we are going to encounter enemies repeatedly on this mountain.
Item. Yay, I got something. Item.
Oh, I missed.
No. Item.
It only works if they don't guard.
Yay, I got something.
There we go. You just had to kill the penguins. Although, a successful item thief does make it faster, because it's not a guaranteed drop. But these guys
I hope you
don't
learned your lesson.
drop rune bottles, but you can steal rune bottles. It's like how certain bosses, she can steal EX gems. There's a similar thing for this in Tales of Vesperia, where if you have the correct setup for Repeat, you can steal the weapons from, like, the weapons that the boss uses, and you can use them. It's necessary for the collector's book, because you can't buy that weapon. Like, you can't buy the boss's weapons in the game, but you can steal them.
Yay, I got something.
Yeah, I'll kill this Chimera now. I missed.
Item. Item. Yay, I got some.
Okay, cool. And we're gonna stay here until we get 20 of these rune bottles.
Good job, everyone.
Or, well, we only have, what, 14? 14 plus the one that, yeah, 14 including the one that Genus has. So we'll stay until we have 13.
Not much of a specimen. Item. Whoops.
I did find beef.
Yay, I got something. How's that? Item. Yay, I got something.
And there we go.
Item.
Oh, I do want to see. What do you have? Oh, he doesn't have an item. Good to know.
Good job, everyone.
But yeah, how many do we have now? We have 10. We need 3 more. 4 more.
50% output should be.
This doesn't have anything that I want.
Let's be more careful
Bye! So, this is the money-making scheme. This is how you make a lot of money in this game very quickly. I mean, if we grab 20 on our first cycle, that's fine.
Let's run. Let's be more careful next time.
I don't have any issue with that.
Not much of a specimen.
Hello, Theta.
Whoops.
Yeah, because we only have 14 right now.
Yay, I got something.
And it's good that Genus has a better talisman by the end of this anyway.
Yay, I got something.
This is something that we agreed on. I'm doing something incredibly boring for the sake of him not having to sit through it. Because he can't do anything during this. That's the thing. Because I want to do the side quest involving the Devil's Arms, I need to play the casino. But the casino is boring. There's also the Restoration of Lewin, which we could probably get everything for playing the game normally. If we're just a little frugal.
How's that?
What? Oh, because it was a guard. So guard broke.
Whoops.
Ah, don't auto-block, stupid thing. Ugh. Stop guarding.
Yay, I got something.
Okay, right when it died, too.
Yay, I got something.
Okay. So, this is quite the scheme. In the original GameCube game, there was an enemy that dropped 10,000 gold, and it respawned very easily. But in all other versions of the game, they made the money gain only 1,000.
Not much of a specimen.
Which is significantly lower
careful
than the original. The gold dragon just does not give you money. Oh, I need to see if this one has a chimera.
Not much
So,
of a specimen.
instead, we have this. By setting up a specific compound EX skill, Colette
Yay, I
can
got something.
guarantee a
How's
rune
that?
bottle off of a chimera when she uses Item Thief. This setup is actually not bad, just like in general. I may keep this setup for Colette, because if she decides to randomly use Item Thief in a battle, when we include her, that'll be good. It'll be very good. How many do I have? 15. So I have enough for what I need, but I'm probably gonna grab some on my way out.
Don't worry, leave it to me.
But this is the setup. Instead of killing an enemy that drops a lot of money over and over again, we just steal rune bottles, go to Flanor,
How's that?
buy talismans. Using Regal's personal
Item.
EX skill, we can also buy them for cheaper.
Item. Whoops.
Stop blocking.
Item.
Oh, even if she was in the party, she wouldn't be fighting.
Item.
In order to guarantee that I'm not at this for longer, everyone's set on manual, so they're just not doing anything.
Whoops. Item. Yay, I got something.
Okay, you can die now. Don't worry, they still get EXP for it.
Item. Yay, I got something. Good job, everyone.
Haha! Single-minded. Did you know that that title is achieved for doing, item thief
50% output should
300
be sufficient.
times? Oh, I don't need this. Although, what did I get? Nothing, because this guy doesn't have anything.
Let's be more careful next time.
It's only chimeras that have what we need, and they only appear on this mountain.
50% output should
Perfect.
be sufficient.
So, with all the money that we had, I bought 13 talismans
Item. Yay, I got
for as cheap as I could. Went here, stole a bunch of rune bottles.
Item. Item. Yay, I got something.
Yes, talisman. Okay, well, we can start off
Hope you learned your lesson.
already, like, right now, because there's only one that I plan to not sell, and it's the one that Genus is currently holding. So, in fact, I will remove this talisman, and I will show you what this does. So the rune bottle is a special potion that can transform other items. The rune bottle can turn the talisman, which increases defense by 5%, into a blue talisman, which increases defense by 15%. So, you would use rune bottles to turn items that you have into, like, better things. And it's pretty useful, but rune bottles are really hard to come by. However, with this method, we can just
50% output
guarantee
should be
one per every chimera that she successfully steals from. The item cap being 20. And we don't want our teammates to accidentally kill these chimeras before I can try to steal the item from them, hence why they're on manual.
Item. Whoops.
Ah!
Item.
It only works if they don't guard the attack, which is kind of annoying, and it's why I'm using Item Thief, not Item Rover. Because even though I'd get more money from a successful Item Rover,
Item. Yay, I got something.
she'd run out
Good
of
job,
TP.
everyone.
I think she would run out of TP before the end of it. So... we also get
50%
EXP for doing
output.
this, so this is not necessarily like a bad
Let's be
method.
more careful next time.
These aren't particularly strong enemies at this point in the game, however, so it's a lot slower. Ha! Kinda!
Not much of a specimen.
I need to kill the demon.
Item. Whoops. Ah. Item. Yay, I got something.
No, no, no. TP. Tech points. That's what that is referred to.
Item. Whoops.
No, don't block!
Item. Yay, I got something.
There we go. It's the
Good
blue
job,
bar.
everyone.
Item Thief only costs 10, but Item Rover costs 22. And so, and also the amount of gold you get from a successful Item Rover, I don't think it's worth it. I think it's only like a few hundred, depending. But... now that we have our rune bottles. We go back to Flanor, where we bought the talismans. You're not ready for this. Oh, get out of the way, dog. In this shop, we will now use all our rune bottles. To turn them into blue talismans. Now, a talisman costs 7,000. A blue talisman sells for 22,000. I think you can start to see why this is good. I do have some rune bottles left. Oops, I'm sorry. I do have some rune bottles left, so I will turn those talismans into blue talismans. And sell them again. And this is essentially what we're doing. This is what we'll be doing for a while. I made 13. And then I made some more. So now we can afford to buy the maximum amount, which is 20. And we leave Flanor and go back to that mountain. And when we get 20 rune bottles, we turn those all into blue talismans, sell them back to that shopkeeper, and buy regular talismans again. Rinse and repeat until we have as much money as we want. This is especially helpful. I'm actually stuck. Okay. Interesting. We can do this until we get the level cap. This is especially helpful for when we have when we want to do the restoration of Lewin. This is a really good way to get all the money you need for it. But we're using it currently to have a lot of money to buy a lot of chips for the casino. If we start off with a good number of chips at the start, we're less likely to lose them all.
Good job, everyone.
And, well, you'll see what I mean.
Don't you guys
However, there's two things that I want to accomplish, or at least try to accomplish today. I'm not going to do the restoration of Lewin, because I want Heart to be there for that.
Item. Yay, I got something.
Cool.
Item.
Perfect.
Yay, I got something.
No, come back! Let me kill you!
Good job.
We also
everyone.
get a little bit of money from, you know, killing these guys, but it's only 300. It's nothing crazy. But yeah, this is essentially what I have signed myself up for the foreseeable future.
Let's run. Let's be more careful next time. Don't worry.
There we
Leave
go.
it to me. No.
And it's only Chimera that drop rune bottles when you use Item Thief.
Item. Whoops.
So, usually they come in pairs, which is good, so you get 2 per fight, but it's still a little tedious, especially because the enemies appear in groups of 4, so you always gotta kill everything else, inevitably. If it weren't, like, maybe I could try something where I just run from it, But I
Yay,
don't...
I got something.
I don't know. I feel like also getting the EXP is better.
Good job, everyone.
We can see. I'm curious. Like, I get the item no matter what. So I wonder if I could just keep the same mob alive by...
You're gonna regret this. Let's run. Let's be more careful next
just
time.
stealing what I need and then running.
50%
That may be
output.
faster, honestly.
Let's run. Let's be more careful next
Let's
time.
try that. I've never done that like that before.
50% output should be
Ugh,
sufficient.
I
be
know
more
Chimera
careful
can
next
show
time.
up in this encounter.
Not much of a specimen.
Let's run.
I don't want to fight
Let's
ghosts.
be more careful next time. Don't worry. Leave it.
Okay, maybe it's not gonna show up in this
Let's
encounter.
be more careful next time. I'm tired of this.
Okay, I've given up on you.
Let's be more careful next time.
Yeah, I do want to. We may do this. It may be faster if I just do this. Do it like this. I know these guys have a higher chance of having a Chimera
Don't
in the
worry.
encounter.
Leave it
Okay, there we go.
to me. Sorry. Item.
What? No, I got interrupted,
Whoops.
even though the attack worked. Shit.
Sorry. Item. Yay, I got something.
Cool. And now I target the other one. Out of the way.
Item. Whoops. Item. Item. Yay, I got something.
Okay, rune bottle,
How's
run.
that? Let's be more careful next time.
I do want to see. Do I still get the rune bottle? Yeah, it seems that I do.
I'm tired of this.
Okay, I figured out my new strategy. I have tweaked the strategy.
Item. Sorry. Item. Item. Yay, I got something.
But this is what we've signed ourselves up for the foreseeable future. My apologies.
Whoops. Item. Yay, I got something. Let's be
Okay,
more
let me
careful
see.
next time.
Yes, I do still get the rune bottle. Perfect, this is so much faster.
50% output should be sufficient. Item. Yay, I got
Perfect.
something. Item. Yay, I got something.
Bye.
Be more careful next time.
Oh my god.
Don't worry. Leave it to me. Item.
Why is this working?
Yay, I got something.
I've always just ran up and down the mountain. I've never tried just running.
Whoops. Item.
Granted, I don't get the extra money or the EXP.
Whoops.
So it's like, it's a bit of a trade-off,
Yay, I got.
but
something.
honestly, I don't care.
Let's be more
We're only
careful
here
next
for the
time.
money.
I'm tired of.
I know, Priscilla. I'm sorry.
Item. Yay, I got something. Item.
Okay, yeah, zombie does
Sorry.
not have an item.
Item.
Stop, get out of my way.
Item. Whoops. Item. Yay, I
Okay,
got something.
bye!
Let's be more careful next time.
I think,
Not much of a specimen.
a skit plays if you run from enough fights, so we may see that
Yay, I
too.
got something.
I did say that skits might play while Heart is
Yay,
absent,
I got something.
but we can just go to the cat's village and
Let's
do
be
the...
more careful
Oh my
next time.
god, Colette! We'll just do the skit replayer.
50% output.
So please,
sufficient.
I will probably write them down if we see them, and we'll replay them accordingly. I don't think we're gonna see any plot-related ones.
Whoops.
That was awesome. Okay, there we go.
Item. Whoops. No. Item. Yay, I got something.
Yeah, this is classic old JRPG how to make a lot of money
Yay, I got
scheme.
Something.
Steal 2
careful
rune
next
bottles and run.
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Yeah.
Whoops. Item. Yay, I got something. Item. Yay, I got something.
The only thing is I'm gonna
Let's be
have
more
to
careful
use
next time.
I'm gonna have to use TP ups.
Here comes more of
Because she's not fighting stuff. Actually, There is a way to fix this. She has, what, poison charm, paralysis charm? Who has... You have the spirit ring. I'm gonna borrow that. And you have... Where's... Oh, I can't take... Okay, fairy ring... Where is it? This one. Perfect. This will help, I think. Which means I may actually be able to use item rover.
Item! Yay, I got something!
Okay, there's that one.
I'm mad now! Yay, I got something!
I'm gonna waste that over limit so hard. I'm so sorry.
Let's be more careful next time. Here comes more of them!
But yeah, this is what I offered in exchange for Heart not having to sit here for like the 3 hours at max he's able to be. Because this is not... This is fast. This is fast.
Yay, I got something.
But
Let's be more careful next time.
from like a multiplayer
Don't
perspective,
worry,
this is not very fun for people who aren't first player.
Item! Yay, I got something!
Like, when I played it with Fisk,
Yay, I got something!
we set the other two on manual, and then once the item thieves were successful, we switched to murder mode. But because I'm playing it by myself,
Let's be
there's
more
no
careful
point.
next time.
There's no point in killing everything. Yeah, we're already at our max, so I'm gonna leave. They spend some of our money.
Man, don't you...
Okay, so the
Right,
first
well,
one, the first one's
let's be
also
more careful
chimeras,
next
so
time.
I'll be there. Perfect. Ah! Okay. But yeah, this is what we're doing. Well, this is what we're doing today. It was gonna happen inevitably. May as well do it now. And the best part about it is this will not only be for disaster. If I can do this like good enough, like fast enough, I may only have to have 2 streams dedicated to this. And then a stream dedicated to the casino, because that's just also an inevitability, no matter what. Okay, so... Okay, rune bottle. Talisman. So now we have 20 blue talismans. Sell our 20 blue talismans for 22,000 apiece. And what do you know? We're already past halfway to having 1,000,000 gold. I do believe the money cap in this game... Oops. I do believe the money cap in this game is... 9 million. It may be 9,999,999, but I don't know. The level cap in this game is only, what, 210? Not even that. It's like 120, I think. Which means I got my numbers in the wrong spots, but yeah. I don't know. I don't remember what the money cap is. I would... the safe assumption is 9,999,999, because that usually is what it is if you can go to 1,000,000. But we shall see. We shall see. I don't know if I'll go for the level cap, actually. Or the money cap. But yeah, here we are. And this is what we are doing.
More of them. Item! Item! Yay, I got something! Item! Yay, I got something! No! Let's be more careful next time. Don't worry. Leave it.
Yeah.
Item! 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 Yay, I got something!
Cool.
Item! got something.
Yeah, this setup
Let's be more careful
makes
next
item
time.
thief only cost 1, I think.
You're gonna regret this. Item.
No, it's not 1.
Item. Whoops.
How much is it? Ugh. I'm gonna run out.
Whoops.
Okay. Luckily, we have a decent amount of pineapple gels.
No.
And she still
Here.
gains TP passively.
Yay, I got
Oh, I killed that
something.
one.
How's item? Yay, I got something. Let's be more careful next time.
Yep.
50% output should be sufficient. Item. Whoops.
Ah, I missed.
Item. Yay, I got something.
Okay, I got that one.
Item. Whoops.
Unfortunately, I really wish there was a faster way.
Item. Yay, I got something.
But it wouldn't be a weird,
Let's be
janky
more careful next time.
exploit. I mean, there's a level up exploit in Tales of
Not much of a
Vesperia
specimen.
that I might ask Heart to try to do.
Whoops.
I forget what it's called specifically.
Item. Yay, I got something.
It's...
Item. Yay, I got something. Item.
Oh wait, did I succeed? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Let's run. Let's be more careful next time.
There's like a really cheesy way to get to the level cap in Vesperia.
worry.
I don't think it's fixed for Definitive Edition either,
me.
so...
Item.
There is
Whoops.
one thing that they did fix from the original, thinking about
Sorry.
it. There used to be a move that Estelle knows
Item.
that if you
Yeah, I got
casted it
something.
repeatedly enough times, especially while in overlimit, the shield would overlap and you would just be immortal for the rest of the fight. That was also a way to level grind in that game. You just fought the one beast that summons a bunch
Let's
of
be more
boars.
careful next time.
One fight after another.
And gave everyone the ability that made them do half damage, set them all to scatter, set them all to auto. Okay, 255. Alright, I was wrong twice. My bad.
Item.
Um,
Item. Yay, I got something.
210 was closer. I don't know why I corrected myself and said it was lower.
Item.
Oh, stupid Chimera. You basically, as Estelle, set up, I think it's like a special barrier skill
How's that?
that
Let's be
makes
more
somebody
careful next time.
temporarily invincible. But if you kept using it repeatedly
Don't
over and
worry,
over
leave it
again,
to me.
it would stack, and it would never wear off. So you're basically immortal for the rest of the fight.
Yay, I got some.
So you set everyone with the special abilities that made them do less damage,
Item.
made them all invincible by stacking that move on everyone,
How's that? Let's be more careful
and then
next
set
time.
Estelle to auto, and then just, like, kind of just honestly walk
One fight
away.
after
Let them
another.
kill all the tiny mobs, and nobody dies, because the boss will just endlessly spawn them, so long as the boss doesn't die.
Yay, I
And you
got
can fight the
something.
boss as many times as you want, so if you do happen to kill the boss, that's fine. And that was a very slow method of doing it.
Whoops.
But if you set everybody's EXP share to max, at the end of the fight, however much EXP was gained by doing that, everyone would get in the same amount.
Yay,
So
I
it was
got
a
something.
very, very easy way to just hit the level
Let's be
cap,
more careful next time.
which is kind of dumb. But they fixed that in Definitive Edition. You can no longer make yourself
guys let
invincible
up?
forever.
Item. Yay, I got something.
Which is unfortunate, honestly. I like little cheesy exploits like that.
Sorry. Item. Yay, I got something.
Luckily,
Let's be more careful next time.
we won't have to do that.
Don't worry.
Because
Leave it
when
to me.
Definitive Edition was on sale... Oh my god, stop interrupting me,
Yay, I
please.
got something.
Thank you. When Definitive Edition was on sale, so was its
Whoops.
DLC. And because I knew I wanted the DLC costumes, I wanted to see us in them, I also got him the DLC.
Yay, I got something.
But that DLC didn't only come with costumes. It also came with a shit ton of gold and insane level ups.
Don't you go
So if he wants to use it, so we're like level 200 in the first area, I won't stop him.
Yay, I got something.
But it's up to him.
Sorry.
It's his
Let's
game.
Be more careful next time.
For like instance, I mean it wouldn't be level 200, but it's a pretty big EXP game. We waited
Whoops.
when I played it with Fisk on the PS4.
Yay, I got something.
We waited until we had the whole party, and everyone was roughly, because it was near the end of the game when you actually have the whole party for real. It was near the end of the game, so everyone was like roughly level 60, 70.
No.
Yeah, and then we used it,
Whoops.
and we jumped to level 200. That's how much EXP you get. We definitely used the money one early, though, just because money grinding is kind of annoying.
Next time.
Yeah, it would make the game boring.
I'm tired.
So, it's up to him, but I'll ask him to not. It's just kind of unfortunate that it gives you that
Yay, I got something.
for the DLC. You can't buy that independently from the costumes.
Whoops. Sorry.
It just comes with the version. Because we got the pre-order. That was part of the pre-order bonus that became available later as just
Yay, I
regular
got
DLC.
something. Let's be more careful next time.
But we had, one, already played the game before, and two, I don't know how long I've had 20. Hopefully, I didn't, like, waste some. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you if you've already got the max of rune bottles. We had played the game before. We just wanted to, at that point, the only thing that was left besides the final boss was all of the, PS3 exclusive content that wasn't in the Xbox 360 version. So, you know, the extra dungeon, the extra bosses pertaining to that dungeon, certain characters' strongest weapons, and so on and so forth. And that would have been easier to achieve if we didn't have to level grind for it. I definitely am going to I'm gonna try to be significantly more hands-off for Vesperia, since, unlike this game, Heart will actually be in control. I would like to do, like, some things, but, like, the Colosseum was really the only thing, and that would only be if he was willing to do 200 mans. And there's a high probability that they won't be, so that's fine. And I'm not gonna talk about, like, I'm not gonna reveal where certain side quests and stuff are. I'm really only doing it in the way that I'm doing it for this, because I'm in control. And I'd like to have the things, because this is my version of the game. If he plays the game on his own ever again, that's one thing. He wouldn't have anything, because, you know, this is a copy, which is sort of unfortunate. But yeah, this would be a much different playthrough if
Man, don't you
he was the one controlling the person in first player's position.
Whoops. Yay,
I think it's a lot easier to run into certain side quests, though. There are definitely quite a few that I missed. Like the Christmas outfits, and the fancy clothes for those that don't get the Christmas outfits in Vesperia. I definitely did not get that on my first playthrough. But,
Yay, I got something.
I don't know the name of the costume officially, I don't remember it, but the assassin
Yay, I
costume
got something.
for Yuri, I definitely found that on my own. I feel like Vesperia is a lot easier. to run into extra stuff. And with the DLC, we'll already have costumes available, both that were DLC
Got something.
originally, and as well as some unlockable costumes that are really hard to get.
Let's be more careful next time.
So it's like, yeah, I'm not as like, oh yeah, we need to do this, go here. I'm gonna definitely be like, go wherever your heart tells you. It's just honestly hard for me not to be like, oh yeah, I've played this game 5 times, let me show you as much as I can. Since I'm the one in control of it.
Here comes more of them.
A part of me kind of regrets it, and I am still somewhat, like, remorseful that we weren't able to get Steam Remote Play when we were using that to work when he was hosting the game. Because we should have just gone straight to Parsec.
Let's run. Let's be
And
more
if we had
careful
done
next
that,
time.
he would have been
Don't
in control.
Give it to me.
Because we would have been doing his version of the game with his save file,
Whoops.
not mine.
Whoops.
Like, I'm still really upset that I was like, hey, Tales of Symphonia is on sale. It's got local, like, co-op.
Yay, I got something.
We could use Steam Remote Play to make it work. And then he buys the game only for Steam Remote Play to not work.
Something. Let's
For
be more careful
when he
next time.
hosts, not when I host. And then it just stops working in
50%
general, and
output.
we ultimately moved to Parsec anyway. I should have just right out the gate been like, Parsec will probably work better, let's
Sorry.
do that.
Yay, I got something.
I don't even know why I didn't think about that. I think it was something where it's like the last time I used Parsec, it wasn't like that good. And yeah, it definitely isn't like the
Yay,
best.
I got something. Let's
We've
be more
had
careful
some
next
issues
time.
with sound, we've had to add extra things so that way he wouldn't hear himself through Discord,
Don't worry.
like on my Discord. When
It's
he's
me.
connected through Parsec, I had to download a virtual cable.
Yay, I got something. Whoops.
And other things like that.
Whoops.
But if we had just opened out the gate with Parsec, one, I wouldn't be doing this, and two, we wouldn't be, like, stopping to do side quests when they become available. I am happy that I get to play the game again in, like, in a completionist
50%
sense.
output should be sufficient. Sorry. Whoops.
But, that's usually not how a first playthrough goes.
Yay, I
So
got
it is
something.
kind of upsetting that he can't really have a true first playthrough experience, because
Yay,
I'm
I
the
got
one in
something.
control.
Let's be more careful next time.
I am gonna make him watch Red Light, Green Light.
50% output should
At least for a little bit. If we run out of time, or I'm like, yeah, I'll do this on my own, that will also probably be a solo, episode.
Yay,
Red
I
light,
got
green light percent, and it'll just be red light, green light, because I know it took me several hours to beat it the last time I streamed the game. It took me a very, very, very long time to do red light, green
Let's be
light.
more
Red light, green
careful
light
next
is not fun. It's very long, very arduous and tedious, and there is no guarantee for victory. You have to beat, like, what, 5 rounds in a row? And those little children are assholes, and I hate them. They push you, and because you're sliding backwards because they pushed you, you gotta go back to the start. It's not fun. Worst minigame. I'm glad you are. I think I have established a bit of like a I've definitely established I don't like do anything off stream. Cause I thought about it. Just not. Did I not buy new? I must not have. Okay, well that's fine. I can buy them now. Yeah, I didn't buy any from my previous cycle. I've established that I don't do anything off stream. Mostly because I physically can't. At this point, if somebody's not there with me while I'm doing something off stream, I just get distracted, and I don't make as much progress as I would have if I had been streaming it. And as far as I'm aware, it's not like a huge, like, oh man, I hate this. I could be watching literally anything else right now for the people that, like, stick around for it. Like, you know. Because I feel like it's not accurate unless it really takes a long time. Like, I could have very easily just... It's also a matter of not having the time for it. I could have very easily just been like, yeah, well, the next time I'll just take a break from this and you won't see me streaming it until I have everything prepared. And it's like, yeah, I could do it like that, but that's... Get over here, thank you.
Gonna regret this.
That's not that fun.
Yay, I got
For
something.
me, at least. It's definitely more entertaining to stream it, because then I can talk about something, instead of just
Yay, I got something.
sitting in silence.
Let's be more careful next time. 50% output should be.
And that's the thing, like, I feel like where we can, if Heart is okay with playing the Tales of games, having ones where he's in control would be the preferred method for first playthroughs. But at the same time, there are some, like, I've talked about trying to get Tales of the Abyss to work because I and Fisk agree that it's probably, like, one of our favorite, like, our favorite Tales of game of all time. There's debate. I defend in the court of Tales of the Abyss being one of the best, if not the best, Tales of game ever made.
Yay, I got some.
Like, I love Symphonia, and I really like Vesperia, but Abyss is just... Abyss is so good.
Let's be more careful next time.
And when I brought up trying to get it to work, and to see if an emulation...
50% output.
If I can get an emulation to function, and Parsec to be convinced that we're playing multiplayer locally at the same time, that would be fucking amazing. But when I brought it up, Fisk was like, I want to play that. If I got that to work,
Let's be more careful next
we would have, she would be part of it as well. So it would be a 3-person.
You're gonna regret this.
I know that might be weird. I'd have to present that to Heart, like, officially.
Yay, I got something.
But that's obviously if I can get something to work. Because I'd love to play Tales of the Abyss again. I hope I successfully stole the thing, because I'm
Whoops.
not sure now. Did I?
Yay, I got something.
Okay, no, I just didn't switch
How's that?
opponents.
Let's be more careful next time.
Just to be sure. Yes, I have 2. Perfect.
Not much of a specimen.
But yeah, in a perfect world, I would get 4, like, a full party. Because I think the Tales of series that have multiplayer, looking at you, Arise, and you a little bit, Zillia, and
Yay, I got something.
Zisteria, a full 4-man party
Yay, I got something.
is probably, like, the most fun you could have in a
Let's
co-op
be more careful
JRPG
next time.
in Tales of. There's just something about playing with more than one person that I
Not much of a
really
specimen.
enjoy about Tales of. Obviously, you'll have moments like this where, yeah, it is ultimately a JRPG, so there's a lot of grinding for specific things that may not be all that entertaining
Yay, I got something.
to the others.
Let's be more careful next time.
I need to refill my TP. I think I'm gonna use our orange gels instead. Because I don't think it costs that much. And orange gels are cheaper than pineapple. I also want to make sure, yeah, I have 14 rune bottles, so Optimally...
Not much of a specimen.
4 more fights? No, not 4 more fights.
Whoops.
Like, 3 more fights.
Yay, I got something.
Cool.
Sorry. Yay, I got something. No, let's be more careful next time.
One fight after another.
Rain is so upset.
Yay, I got something.
What's my favorite anime trope?
Yay, I got something. No. Let's be more careful next time. "50% output should be sufficient." Yay, I got something.
Adult who has never had to parent before tries to parent
Yay,
and
I
doesn't
got
really know what they're doing ever, but my
Let's
god,
be
do
more
they
careful
try.
next time.
And they succeed sometimes. And when they don't, they learn from it for future, like, instances. And the duo is just adorable. The child has to be more than just, I exist because I am child. Like, it's doubly better if the child character also has a really good and interesting personality, but I have a weakness. I have a weakness for characters like that. And character dynamics such as that. Oh yeah, it's not a very common one, which is probably why it's one of my favorites, because it hasn't been overdone, since it's not very common. Because I want that to be the focus. I don't want that to just be a thing that's going on in the background. I don't feel like that necessarily counts. I didn't buy them this round either. I have not seen that show. Does that have that trope? Because I may watch it, if it is. Like, would I count Spy Family? A little bit. Like, Lloyd's probably not my favoritist character. But that is basically exactly what the show is about. And it's the added bonus of you're also not knowing what she's doing is just an extra spice. It's 2 people who have never parented trying to parent. And Anya actually has more of a personality than just am child. Ah, interesting. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, I've explicitly written one of my fictional characters that I have written is that character trope. Oh right, I understand. Einer and Junie, they have that relationship.
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
He would die for Junie, but he has no idea what he's doing.
Whoops. Yay, I got something. Yay, I got something.
Nice!
Let's be more careful next
Oh, look
time.
at that. Thank you for the recommendation.
Here comes more of them.
I need water.
Whoops.
I have water, I just need to drink it. That's what I meant by that. But Item Thief is down right now, so I need both hands.
Whoops.
Okay.
Yay, I got something.
Woo.
Yay, I got
I'm guessing the
something.
the manga
Let's
is
be more
weird,
careful
whereas the
next
anime
time.
is more slice of lifey. Because I don't like it when manga get weird about shit.
You're gonna regret this. Yay, I got something. something. No, let's be more careful next time.
How many do I have? 6. The anime and the manga are both drama.
One fight after
Oh.
another.
Item, item. Yay, I
Got it.
something. Item,
That did not work apparently.
yay, I got
Okay, there we go.
something. Let's be more careful
It
next
gets
time.
weird. Yeah. That's
Don't
what I
worry.
mean. I don't like when
Leave
things
it to
get
me.
weird. Unless the show or is supposed to be weird. Like Terrified Teacher.
Item, yay, I got some.
That one's supposed to be weird.
Item,
Teacher likes sailor uniforms. Not on specific people. He doesn't flirt with his students. He just really likes the
let's
uniform.
be more careful next
He loves sailor uniforms. But he doesn't like people
50%
wearing sailor
output should be
uniforms. He just likes sailor uniforms.
Item.
That is a character
Whoops.
trait. Also, at times he is scarier
Whoops.
than the yokai in which he teaches, even though he is
Yay, I
human.
got something.
That sounds creepy.
Sorry.
It does.
Item, yay, I got
But I trust when I say it's
Let's be more
probably the
careful
most
next time.
harmless thing about his character. Terrified Teacher at Ghoul School is about a human who wants to be a teacher, but is so afraid of just social interaction. You know, it's the type of cringe fail. That's what it's called. It's that cringe fail character, but it's like everyone's sort of supportive and it's like, it's okay, you've got this. But then they continue to be very, like, pathetic. But yeah, he's basically a human teacher that wants... He's a human who wanted to be a teacher, failed because he's so terrified of social interaction. But then a friend of the family who is the headmaster of a high school on a remote island is like, here, be a homeroom teacher for this class.
50% output.
He gets to the island thinking, oh, today might actually be a good day, and he has discovered that he is a homeroom teacher for a school of all yokai.
Whoops. Item. Whoops.
And he is...
Yay, I
well,
got something.
it's in the title.
Whoops.
So it's Yokai Watch!
Yay, I got something.
It's funny.
Let's be more
It's
careful
absolutely
next-
hilarious, and it is a prime example of a manga that cannot be adapted into an anime.
50% output should be sufficient. Item. Yay, I got something. Item. Yay, I got something. Let's be more careful next time.
How many do I have? 16, so 2 more.
Not much of a specimen.
Oh yes, that show. Yes, I've seen that.
Item. Yay, I got something.
But yeah, aside from himself, everyone at that school is a yokai,
Let's be
both
more
the
careful
rest
next
of the
time.
faculty and the student body.
You're
And
gonna
it's just
regret
him trying to understand the whys.
Item. Yay, I got
And
something.
like later on you learn that he's like the descendant of one of the most powerful exorcists ever known to Japan.
Yay, I got something.
And he inherited his
Let's be more
insane
careful
level of
next time.
power, and that's why the headmaster was like, you'll be a good fit
Not much of a specimen.
for this school,
That's
because
fine.
despite being
be
human,
more
you actually have
careful
a
next time.
means of keeping them from being too rowdy. And it's actually like really cute. There's a whole bunch of also very cute stuff, like one of the other teachers, I forget what they're called, but it's that type of yokai that are wind weasels. So it's like a type of weasel with blades for forearms. He has a human form, but that dude's married and has really adorable kids. And it's just like, you see them and you're like, oh, they're so cute. But also they're yokai because some of them are those weasels, like their dad. But their mom is an oni. And it's like, ah! So there's like a chapter where he has to like emergency babysit. But it's a human guy babysitting 2 demon children, or 3, honestly, and it's great. I mean, he had to have one weird thing about him, right? But it's lovely. It's absolutely, it's probably like, it's, oh, it's so funny. And it's great because he actually ends up making like friends with his coworkers and the student body, like the class, his students in his class learn to like, oh yeah, even though he's a human and our like job as yokai are to like scare people, and we also do like other stuff. Yeah, I did start with the weird part, but I thought that's just because I think it's really funny. Like, there's a window for it to be really bad, but it's like, no, he just likes the uniform. It's not that he wants to wear it, or he wants to see someone else wear it. He just likes the style of clothes.
Item! Yay, I got something! Item! Yay, I got something! Let's be more careful next
But
time.
there's a bunch of stuff, like, he's not the only character.
worry.
You learn more about the other
Leave it to
students
me.
as well.
Item.
Like, there's, I forget what type of yokai she is, but
Item!
she's a type of yokai that, like, is essentially a ghost.
Item! Yay, I got something!
And she's supposed, like, they attach themselves to buildings.
Item! Whoops.
And, when she was really young,
Item! Yay, I
she was
got
attached
something.
to, like, an inn that was, like, that was supposed to be cursed. But the
Let's be
3
more careful
dudes who
next
are
time.
just friends, don't worry about it. I mean, they're great, I love them too. But the 3 guys who buy the house to rent as an inn find her, and even though she's a yokai, they're like, cute kid, we'll raise it. So the girl, despite being a yokai, has 3 human dads, and they're just chill with it. And it's cute. Ah!
50% output should be sufficient. Item! Yay, I got something!
But it's also, like, really informative because it teaches you about a lot about the lore of, like, yokai in general and
Let's be more
other
careful
like,
next time.
demonology from Japan.
Don't worry.
Like, it's not written in a way
It's me.
where if you don't know what type of yokai this
Yay,
is,
I got
you're not gonna
something.
understand. It's literally like, here is a yokai. And because it's, like, the 21st century,
Yay, I got something.
the main character
Let's
doesn't
be more
really know
careful
about them
next time.
either, so every time he's introduced to a new one, he actually does, like, read about it.
worry.
And you learn stuff like there
Leave
are
it to me.
yokai who, when they wear certain colored clothing, different things happen.
Yay, I
Like,
got
there's
something.
the house spirit woman, the house spirit girl, again, bringing her up. When she wears red,
Yay, I got something.
bad things happen to the people who interact with her. So
Let's be
sometimes
more
when she's in a
careful next
mood, she will intentionally wear red because she knows something will happen to
You're
the
gonna
person that she
regret
hangs out with.
This
She thinks it's funny.
item. Yay, I got something. Item.
It's not something like super bad. It's just like a minor, like a minor misfortune.
Item. Yay, I got something. Let's be more careful next time. Here comes more of them.
But it's just, I don't know. It's probably like my favorite gag manga that I've read recently.
Yay, I got something.
I also have read a little bit of Way of the House Husband, and that is also a very funny manga.
Item. Whoops.
Not that.
Item. Yay, I got
There we go. Oh, and I killed it.
How's that? Let's be more careful next time.
3 more fights.
50% output should be sufficient. Item. Whoops.
It's like,
Yay, I got something.
another thing from Terrified Teacher that's really funny is, like, there's this Tanuki boy,
Yay, I got something.
and he's drawn in a way as being, like, really, really small
Let's be
and
more
cute
careful next
looking. Like, chibi. He's very exaggerated chibi.
comes more
And
of
Tanuki
them.
are shapeshifters. So, he can shapeshift into, like, a number of different things. And there's lots of gags attached to his shapeshifting ability.
Yay, I got something.
Like, at one point he shapeshifts into a motorcycle, and his dumb little uwu face.
Yay, I got
You know, it's
something.
like the little cat face, :3, on the front of the motorcycle. But later on in the manga, you find out that he's the son of a mafia lord. And he has like 20 siblings. Yes.
Item. Ah. Item. Whoops.
It may also sometimes be
Sorry.
less than :3.
Item.
Okay, I either stole the item or I killed the thing and it didn't count because it was a guard break. No, I stole the thing. Okay, good. I just wanted to be sure so I
Not much
didn't
of a
walk away with an
specimen.
odd number.
Item. Yay, I got something.
Okay, got it.
Item. Item.
And it's like you couldn't have
got
you couldn't have expected that.
Sorry. Let's be more
But that's
careful
what it
next
is. And just other stuff. Like, the main character having an older brother who's a badass and more self-assured for himself, but is absolutely scared shitless by the yokai. And he's like, how do you deal with this? You teach a school of demons! And he's just like, I don't know. They're pretty chill. Because that's kind of like ultimately the joke. After the first like chapter, the main character gets over it. And he's not scared of his students anymore. He's more terrified of other humans than he is of the yokai that he's teaching. It's great. I keep forgetting to buy another set of 20 talismans before leaving. Woo! Alright, we're at 2 million! I forgot to buy the talismans that I needed. Woo! Isn't this exciting? We've been going for an hour. But hey! There ain't no way in hell we would have reached 2 million just by fighting something over and over again. It's a bit of the new dad doesn't know how to be a dad but tries like hell trope. Yeah. Biggest guilty pleasure anime? I've read and watched some weird shit either purely on accident or out of like morbid
50%
curiosity.
output should be sufficient. Item.
Like it gets randomly suggested to me and I'm like, sure. And then it ends up being cursed as fuck and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch any more of this.
Yay, I got something.
But I know it exists, and sometimes I use that knowledge to harass people. Not really harass, but be like, hey, this is an anime.
Yay,
Did you
I
know?
got something. Let's be more
But there are
careful
times
next
when
time.
the anime adaptation of a thing is not as cursed as the visual novel video game it's off of. Like,
Not much of a spec.
what is it fucking called? Dramatical Murder?
Item. Whoops.
That's off of a horrible, horrible, horrible
Yeah, I got
visual
something.
novel. Like, there are really bad endings in it, and it's a BL
Yay, I got
visual
something.
novel. But the anime is so tame by comparison. Like, it's still, you know, but it's not It's not even close to the game that it's based off of. That would not be my guilty pleasure anime, though. That's just an example of I've watched an anime that someone would deem cursed, but I can assure you the game is more cursed because, yeah. Hello, Day Nightfall.
Let's be more careful next time.
Terrified teacher, for example.
50% output should be sufficient. Item! Yay, I got something!
You arrived just in time for, the money grind episode.
Item! Yay, I got something!
Hell, even, like, I think the original way that you would get a lot of money in the GameCube version is not as effective as this.
More of them! Item! Yay, I got something! Item! Yay, I got something!
Like, it's literally
Let's be
steal
more
2
careful
rune
next
bottles
time.
off these 2 chimeras until you get 20. Leave. Turn 20 talismans into blue talismans.
worry.
Sell, rinse, repeat.
Me. Item! Yay, I got
Let me read this. Nice. Then maybe don't read it.
item! Oops.
Some people thought that was
Yay, I got
funny,
something.
though. And I suppose it's
Let's
like
be more careful next time.
neither here nor there, I suppose. It's just personal preference.
Man, don't you guys let up? Item!
If there was ever an anime that I watched all the way through that I should not have watched at the age that I was, that would probably be Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. Which, by the way, their Studio Trigger is finally getting an ability to do a second season for it, but it has a lot of weird, uncomfortable shit that's very shotgun approach in terms of whether or not it's funny, depending on who you ask.
Let's be more careful next time.
Like, I don't know if if I were to watch it again, I would enjoy it. I don't even know if I would have. I don't even know if I did. It's kind of one of those where it's like, some episodes were really funny and others were too... Like, a lot of PNS is more Westernish style. There's a lot of sexual humor. There's a lot of... It's mostly sexual humor. What am I talking about? And that can be unappealing for a lot of people.
Not much of a specimen.
But that would be a really good example of that was something that an adult would watch that I did not watch as an adult. One of them. One of them. It's 2 angels that get kicked out of heaven for being
Yay, I got something.
not
Yay, I got
part of the status, so
Let's be
they
more
need
careful next
to
time.
defeat, they need to get
much of a
heaven
specimen.
coins in order to get back in. But, of course, even though they're still doing that,
Yay, I got something.
they're still themselves, so it's like, one of them is Gothic Lolita, who kind of actually thinks the ghosts that they kill are cute, even some of the really ugly-looking ones. And the older sister, wants to bone everything.
Let's be more careful next time.
Bone everything,
One fine
at least
ass on-
everyone except for the guy that has the crush on her until she realizes that when he doesn't hide his eyes behind his bangs, he's actually hot.
Item. Whoops. No. Item. Yay, I got something. How's that?
They're all named off of undergarments.
Yay, I got something.
And the undergarment of
Let's
which
be
they
more
are
careful
named
next
off
time.
of, when removed, becomes a weapon.
One fight after another.
So the song plays and they do the angel transformation a la striptease, and then the thing they remove turns into a gun or a sword. One or the other, depending
Yay, I
on
got
who
something.
it is we are referring to.
Sorry. Let's be more
And two
careful
of the
next time.
demon characters that they inevitably meet also have a similar thing where they play a different song
You're gonna regret this.
and also remove an
Let's be more
article of
careful
undergarment that turns into a weapon. Yeah, it's definitely a specific type. It's not for everyone. It is a very, very specific Gainax anime. And even when it first came out in Japan, there was a lot of a divisive tone for its ratings. Some people applauded it for being so over the top, like it was fun, and others absolutely despised it and tanked its reviews because of things like because of how crass it was, and other specifics saying like it didn't really have a plot outside of being inappropriate. I think it's called Anime Tropes or whatever, one of the best like anime rating review sites that you can look at rates it as one of the worst pieces of Eastern animation ever made. But other places that do similar like reviews and stuff say it's great and that they love it. And that it's one of the funniest pieces of Eastern animation ever made. So, yeah, it really comes down to personal preference.
You're gonna regret this. Item.
It has really good music, though.
Item. Yay, I got something.
It's written by most of, if not all of the score for the anime is written by Teddy Lloyd.
Sorry.
Not Teddy Lloyd. Wait,
Item.
not Teddy
Yay, I
Lloyd.
got
What is his
something.
name? Nor is it Teddy Lloyd? Yes, it is. Okay, yeah.
Run. Let's
So if
be
you've
more
seen
careful
the
next time.
original Me meme song, the actual original one,
50% output should be sufficient. Item.
that talks about
Item.
otaku extremist lifestyles in Japan, also known as I believe it's called hikikomori, where it's people who are like so addicted to anime and other things like that that they don't really have a job. They still live with their
Item.
sometimes, more often than not, they still live with their mother,
Let's be more careful next time.
and they just like waste away in their rooms just consuming
50% output should
shows and video games. It actually has a really
Whoops.
like upsettingly deep message and social commentary on it, but there's no way to watch the full thing legitimately on YouTube anymore
Yay, I got
because
something.
it's weird. It's a weird animation. Because it's kind of just showcasing a little bit of how those people think. Also, the song itself is a bop, though.
Yay, I got
Um,
something. Possible. Item.
You know that it recently was remade as like a meme It's that- oh no. Did I not successfully steal that
Let's
thing?
be more careful next time.
No, I did. Okay, I did successfully steal it. Thank God. What is some 4-koma manga? I have not read many 4-koma just manga in general. Like, I know a lot of mangas that have 4-koma panels at the end, or like in between chapters sometimes. And, yeah, so I don't know. I don't think I could make any recommendations because I haven't even really read
I'm
any
tired
that are
of this.
just 4-koma.
Item.
But like, for example, the
Item. Yay! I got something. Item. Yay! I got something.
the Full Metal Alchemist
Let's
4
be more
comas. That's
careful
like
next time.
that's at the end of all the books, like each book. It's just collection of chapters. Those are pretty funny.
I'm tired of this. I'm mad now. Item. Yay! I got something.
Cool.
Item. Yay! I got something.
I've lost what my train of thought was. Like, oh yeah, I was talking about Teddy Lloyd. I like his music.
Let's be more careful next
So
time.
even though I haven't watched PNS in a very, very long time, I still
much
listen
of a
to a lot of the
specimen.
music that was written for the show, because they are bangers.
Yay! I got something.
Some of them I don't
Yeah, I got
listen to
something.
very often, though, compared to others.
Let's
Like,
be more careful next time.
I like the Scanty and Knee Socks theme a lot. I like Fly Away.
Don't worry. Leave it. to
Um,
me. Item. Yay! I got
would
something.
pass on Techno Dildo.
Item. Whoops.
Penny and Stocking.
No. Item. Yay! I got something.
See Through is also a really good one. See Through is a good song. That's
be
the name
more
of their
careful
car,
next
by
time.
the way. They're not sure if it's sentient car is named
50%
See Through.
output should be sufficient.
So the song that's his theme
Yay! I got something.
is titled See Through. That's also a good one.
Item. Yay! I got something. Let's run. Let's be more careful next time.
Because it's just, that's a very talented music artist.
Don't you guys let up? Ray thrust.
Ghost City is also another one
Yeah, I
for
got
the show
something.
that is very good.
Item. Yay! I got something.
Like, other than like a
Let's be more
specific
careful
number of
next
songs, I really like the soundtrack for that anime.
One fight after another.
Oh, he just went into overlimit. You poor thing.
Item. Yay! I got something.
Oh, I need to steal from the other one.
Sorry. Item. Whoops. Item.
What was the first manga I ever bought?
Item. Yay! I got something.
I want to say it was Soul Eater, but it's probably not. I know the first manga that I
Let's be
ever
more careful
read
next
was a friend from school's copy of Durarara, the originals. What is Durarara about? Well, it's called Durarara, but it's spelled just D-R. It's about Yakuza, technically. So it's a couple of things. There's like a secret gang that so many people seem to be a part of, but nobody knows who the leader is. And there are other gangs in existence that like threaten people and pretend to be members of said gang and do things in the name of said gang. Even though they're not actually commanded, they're ultimately. So there's details. I didn't say any words. Don't worry. I didn't. But, one of the... because there's multiple sets of main characters, is an actual modern-day Headless Horseman. Or, in this case, Headless Horsewoman. It's, a character who has, like, wears an all-black biker suit, drives a motorcycle, and wears like a yellow and neon green helmet with cat ears. But she is literally a Dullahan. So she doesn't have a head. And I think there's something, the origin of that creature in general. Like, she has a head. It's just not on her body. She wants it back. The Mafia, several different factions of the Mafia, are trying to get their hands on a Dullahan's head, because a Dullahan is a demon that is born when you cut off the head of a Valkyrie, I think, or something like that. So they're trying to find the Valkyrie's head. And that when the Valkyries, like when the decapitated Valkyrie's eyes open, the world is destroyed or something. It's been way too long. It's been way too long since I've read the manga. I don't remember the specific details of it, but I do know that one of the characters is a Dullahan. She talks by writing text messages on her phone and then showing it to people. And she's looking for her head. And there's also like a male character who thinks she's cool and also is kind of in love with her. Even though,
You're gonna regret
like, he loves her for her dedication and her journey
Whoops.
to find her head.
Item.
And what
Yay, I
few
got
conversations they have over written stuff
Yay, I got some.
makes him like her more.
Let's be more careful.
And it's like,
next time.
kudos to you for liking a girl despite not having
I'm
a
tired
head.
of this.
And it not be because you like her body. Very impressive.
Item. Whoops. Sorry. Item. Whoops. Item.
Kudos to you, anime or mangaka, for
I got
not making that be
something.
the reason why he likes her.
Item. Yay, I got some.
But he is also conflicted and kind of
Let's be
doesn't
more
want her to
careful next time.
successfully find her head, because when she does, she's gonna put it back on
One fight after
and then
another.
leave, because she'll have completed her task.
Yay, I got
She can
something.
go back to whatever she was doing before she wound up in Tokyo.
Item. Yay, I got something. Let's be more careful next time.
There's a lot of characters.
Don't worry. Leave it.
Real quick. It won't show up, will it? No, it won't, because it's not a battle item.
Me.
Shit.
Item. Whoops.
But yeah!
Item. Yay, I got something. Item. Item.
Ah!
Item. Whoops.
No, not a guard break!
Item. Yay, I got
There we go. And it died.
something. Let's be more careful next time. 50% output should be sufficient.
Good.
Item. Item. Yay, I got something.
So yeah.
Item.
I no longer own Durara. Like, for the briefest period of time, I
Yeah, I
borrowed
got
the first one, and then I bought...
something.
So
Let's be
Durara
more
would be the
careful
first one
next
that I
time.
bought. I borrowed one, and then I bought 2
I'm
and 3.
tired of this.
But because I never owned one, I eventually, to make space on my shelf, sold it.
Item. Yay, I got something.
I think currently the only completed manga that I am still in possession of, just because I like them both a lot,
Item.
and
Yay,
I like
got
rereading them from time to time, are Soul Eater and Full Metal Alchemist. What is a light novel specifically? Because that's like, I don't know if I've even bought any.
something.
Because I don't really
Let's be
know
more
what
careful next
specifically that encompasses. Because I may have, I may not have.
You're gonna
I
regret.
can say, and this is with great annoyance because I can't buy
Yay, I got
a
something.
continuation of it online at my bookstore. They don't have the ones that
Yeah, I
I'm
got
missing. They only
something.
have the last... They only have, like, the first 7 9 and 10, and then 16 through 18, which I assume is the end of it. So I'm like really annoyed because I don't have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But that's not a manga, that's a how do you pronounce it? Manhwa? A Korean manga. It's a Korean comic, essentially. It's called Witchbuster. I also very much liked that one, and I wish I could fucking finish it. But my bookstore stopped selling them in an order that makes sense. And now, even online, they don't provide the whole thing. They only provide a select few. The start and the end. And I'm like, but why?
Yay, I got something.
Can't you just have the whole, like, thing available? So I'm probably gonna have to find a different means.
Yay, I got something.
And then there are like a few that I've started that I bought that Fisk doesn't also read, like I'm finally gonna get the third Blood Lad. That's pretty exciting.
Let's be more careful next time.
And I have been recommended, this is supposed to be a romance manga, because I'm also still reading through Beastars, but I've slowed down a lot on that. I haven't read it in a while, and I have a couple of books that I haven't read yet. But I also just kind of like want to almost wait until it's finished, because it's currently on like book 22, and I have book 11? No, I have book 10. So I'm like I'm 12 books behind. Blood Lad. You've heard of it, but you don't know what it's about. Oh, it's been a while. When I get the third one, I'm gonna have to read the first two, but I know that the main character is a vampire. Specifically a vampire lord. Who lives in the demon world, and then a human girl accidentally ends up there and dies. But he, whether intentionally or otherwise, I don't remember the specifics, keeps her spirit from being erased by binding her soul to something, an aspect of himself, I don't really remember. And it kind of sets the premise of a journey to bring her body back, so that way she can go back to her normal life, and he can go back to just being himself, which is lazy, kind of an asshole, doing his own thing, getting in fights with gangs made up of other demons. Like, I know there's a gang of werewolves, or lycans, not werewolves. They're called lycanthropes.
How's that?
They're pretty much just werewolves.
Let's be more careful next time.
But he has siblings who he kind of has a love-hate relationship with.
I'm tired of this.
Where he wants nothing to do with them, but they want everything to do with him, in the sense that they want to kill him. Or at least torture him.
Yay, I got something.
Because they're all demons and they're all terrible people. I guess. I don't really remember, it's been so long. But one that Fisk has recommended me that they have begun to read is called I'm a Wolf, but my boss is a sheep? And I think it's a romance where they're, what are they called? Nekomimi or whatever? That type of konomimi? They're human looking, but they have animal traits and parts. So the sheep girl has like horns and little floppy lamb ears and a tail, and the wolf guy has wolf ears and a tail. And I don't know anything about it, but Fisk really likes it. She thinks it's funny and cute. So she's like, you might like this. And I was like, I might. So I might start reading that. Alright, 3 million! Fuck yeah! If they finally license the final novels of Part-Timer? Yeah. We had the first one, I think. it was the first one, for a really long time. 3 million is more than enough for the restoration of Lewin, but I don't know if it's enough for the casino. I kind of want to not be doing this anymore for a little bit. If we don't, like, make much progress, or it's like we can only afford, like, a very small amount of coins, because paying for casino tokens with gold is... you don't get a lot. I think it's like 1 per... I want to say 1,000. But it may even be more. But we need a decent starting point. So congrats, everyone who is wondering when the fuck I was going to do something different. We're now going to do something slightly... we're going to do something different, but it is still repetitive. In a different way. Hurrah. Yes. Yes. I saved this time, so in case I lose it all... Alright. Casino! The casino episode, everyone. So, I talked about this before when we first came across it. The man on this bridge, right here, in the original version of the game, sells you the devil weapon, or the devil's arm for Genus, called, I believe, the Disaster. How many? Yeah, it's 500. So, let's see. We have 3 million. So let's just punch that in. 3 million divided by 500. We can buy 6,000 coins. So now we have 63,000 gold. When did they become useful? Heart may see this later, so I won't explain it. In their current state, they suck. They're locked. But, like most of the side quests across the Tales of games, so I think if you recall, there is a similar one in Tales of Xillia, there's one in Tales of Asperia, there's one in Tales of the Abyss as well. Basically, a ton of Tales of games. I don't know if it started in Symphonia, but they're essentially this type of thing. Like, sometimes they're called Devil's Arms, sometimes they're called Cursed Weapons, sometimes they're called Sealed Weapons. But most people colloquially refer to them as the most common name that they use, which is Devil's Arms. And they are not very good. But in this game, we will give them to Abyssion. And after that side quest is completed, they will be unlocked. And also, like every other game's variation of the Devil's Arms, their attack stat will increase by 1 point per every enemy that the character who's wielding it has killed. So... and this kind of gets funky for Fafnir and, I forget the name of the other one. Because one of them is technically considered Zelos's, and the other one is considered Kratos's, hence why there are 9, not 8. But like, for instance, say... oh, when did they become unlocked? Oh, yeah, so I don't need to explain the whole thing. They become unlocked at the end of the quest. Once we collect them all, we will give them to Abyssion. Something will happen, and then they will unlock. But if you've played any Tales of game before, but not this one, I think other than Zillia's, it's the same concept. You got them in Zillia. So imagine how you got them. If I recall correctly, unlocking them is the same thing, but it's in a second playthrough for some reason in Zillia. You present them all to the guy in Zillia. You present all of them once you get all of them to the guy who told you about them. He gives you a thing that you can't use in that playthrough. You have to do a second cycle with New Game Plus, using your grade to keep that item and the Devil's Arms. And after that, when you talk to him in that second cycle, I think the boss fight that you're supposed to beat appears. You beat that, they become unlocked, and they behave the same as the Devil's Arms, at least as far as I'm aware, as they tend to behave across all games, which is the attack stat of the character who equips it, of the weapon that is for that character, is directly tied to the amount of enemies that character has killed. So, for people who don't know, say Lloyd killed 1,000 enemies. The attack stat is what it starts with, plus 1,000. You play enough cycles, and you spend the grade to keep those, for the ones that you can. I don't think you can in this game, but you play enough cycles, unlock those weapons, you now have something that can one-shot a boss. So, what we need... We can already afford Devil's Plaything. Do you keep your grade or not? Grade stacks per cycle. The only instance in which you have no grade after a set amount of cycles is if you played so poorly you lost whatever grade you had acquired from the previous playthrough. So, yes, grade stacks no matter what. Say you started a playthrough over, but you didn't unlock anything with your grade, that amount of grade stays the same and is added or subtracted to based on your performance in your next playthrough. So you can compound your grade. But of course, it's easier to maintain and increase your grade if you do use it. So say you do the thing like 10 times EXP or something else that benefits the playstyle. Like everyone has 500 more HP. Or in this game, there's something called increased tension, which means characters go into overlimit more frequently. Oh, we need the Forget-Me-Not too if we're to do the skit viewer, but we haven't seen any skits. I'm not going to buy the Devil's Plaything. Instead, as a prize, since this is in the game, let's gamble. Yes. Once you spend it, you get it back on the next New Game Plus. You know how you always, because there's no guarantee that you perfectly spend it, when you use grade in a new cycle, there's always, like, a little bit left over because, like, say you don't want... You do something and therefore you get locked out of stuff that only costs 50. Say you spend your grade for a new cycle and you have, like, 60 left. You start the game having that 60. So naturally, by the end of the game, you will have more ultimately than what you started with when you beat the game for the first time in a new cycle. So eventually, you'll have so much of a net plus that you could unlock everything in a new game and still have like several thousand left over. Depending on how many times you play the game, of course. I would say safest bet, several hundred left over that you can then spend. So for like example, you can trade grade for coins in the casino. You can trade grade for EX gems with the Cats Explorers, and other things like that. Like grade is super useful because no matter what you do, it is always something that compounds itself. After your first playthrough, every cycle, you never start with 0 grade unless you somehow perfectly spend all of it. It's pretty cool. I like it, at least. Oh, I remember why I was in this. I need to look at everyone's status. I don't think this is true, but some people claim that luck impacts stuff. I think currently, person with the highest luck is Zelos, so we'll walk around as him. Let's see. Oops, I've apparently not spoken to the women in this place. Well, I'll go ahead and do that then. But yeah, we only needed 250, so yay for me. We already have everything that we need. Which is epic. Maybe I spoke to these people and then when we lost all our coins, I loaded the game. Is this the 100 chip? Yes, it is. Set back to max, yes. So hello and welcome to something that's even more... Holy shit. Good start. Hello and welcome to... We're going to get the rain costume. Be prepared for... this. There's going to be a lot of this. Basically, how this system works is, no matter what, I will probably lose quite a bit of chips, but if my luck is good, I can get a chance time that will last a decent amount, where I'll essentially be constantly winning for the foreseeable set of games until the chance time ends, and if I get it here, that would be really freaking awesome, because that means that I won't have to load the game. Now, once the chance time ends, because it will end before I get 150,000, we leave the casino, turn it back to daytime, save, purchase a room at the hotel, do the nightlife, and come back. Anytime we get a significant net positive, once the chance time is over, this is what we do. Some people say blackjack is more effective. It depends. This one is much more chance. Like, a lot more chance. Which kind of sucks, but you get more when you win, as opposed to the slow climb of doubling down repeatedly in blackjack. But as you can see, unless something changes soon, we're not getting much. Least favorite anime trope? I think I've already stated my least favorite before. It's the... well, no, it's probably not my least favorite. To be fair, I was pretty rough on it the day where I was complaining about it. I just think it can be done tastefully, but a lot of the time it's not. Ooh. Ah, shit. Hello, Mr. Arceus. It's getting to the point where I shouldn't be maximum betting. Okay. We're less than 1,000. I can't be max betting. Please give me something. Goddamn. Rude. You feel energetic and tired? That's funky. I hope that it doesn't mess you up too bad. I'll take 3 bars in a row, please. God damn it. The problem with not doing max bet is I can only win from the middle one. If you max bet, you do all, like, 5. You know what? Fuck it. I'll load the game if this doesn't work. Yeah, I'm out. This is what we have signed ourselves to for the foreseeable future. But 6,000 is okay. At least, if this doesn't prove fruitful, we can give up on the costume. And just get disaster. Because that's the thing that I want more, but I think it would be really great if next week we're just like, hey, Hard. And then we unlock the casino costume for Rain. We'll try the 10-chip one. That's usually how I go for it. I don't usually go straight to the 100-chip. But at the same time, I've never started with 6,000. Which is why I'm kind of like, dang. Dang, Zelos. That was some shit luck you got there, my friend. Alright. Got some back. That's not bad. That one where he doubled the 500 that I spent, or almost doubled, tripled? No. It went from 500 to, like, I had 10,000, and then it was just a slow crawl to nothing. Ooh. Nice. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Already, Sheena is having better luck. But yeah, if I recall correctly, the RNG for this, there was like a science behind it. Every time you enter it, the RNG is picked randomly whether the character repeatedly succeeds or repeatedly fails. And it resets when you exit out and change who you're walking around as. Like, there's a weird combination of different RNGs happening at the same time. Some people have said it had something to do with your luck stat. I don't think that's correct, because I tried that when Colette had, like, nearly 200 luck, and she lost so many times. And then I did once when Regal had only 70, and he got on a huge winning streak. Sheena does not look happy to be there. No, she doesn't. Not really. But this is what we money grinded for. Ugh. If at least the first one would be the gel, I'd be guaranteed at least what I bet back, but it keeps not doing that. Like, ugh. So welcome to... Sheena does not equal Tsunade. This is true. She is not Tsunade. I mean, she could be considered as violent in some aspects, but no, I would not compare her to that character. Not really. She is a ninja, though. We money grinded for Sheena to be pissed. Yes. Alright, there we go. That's some back. If we can just keep this going, we'll know if we have a winning streak when the music changes. If I recall correctly, the music theme changes. There's no other visual difference. It's just the music theme is different. And then we start winning insane amounts of coins, and it's awesome. And then when the music stops playing, we get out of the machine immediately. Oh? Hell yeah! There we go! Yes! Fuck yeah! It's already happening! No! Yes! The music changed. It's faster. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah! It's just an increased chance to win. Come on. Why do you get out of the machine when the music stops? When the music slows back down, the victory streak ends. And the RNG is reset. And you don't really want to earn a bunch of coins, only to immediately lose them all again. Come on. Shit. The music has increased its speed, though. It is going faster. But it's gotta slow down, I think is the tell. I don't want to lose too many. Okay, there we go. There's some back. I had 100k, I need a... Is it 250? I don't want to get out of the machine yet, though. Because it'll reset this. No. When the feathers appear, it means you're guaranteed something. And we got that a little bit earlier, but it seems to have stopped despite the increased music speed, which is super unfortunate. A 777, please. No! It's kind of like how at the Pokemon slot machines, it's when the Clefairy appears. It means that you're gonna win for a little bit. I don't actually know if the music slows back down. All I know is that we started with 6,000 and now we have definitely more than doubled that. Can you just hang out and wait for the music to speed up? No, I don't think that's how that works. I think you have to win a certain amount of rounds and then the music tempo increases. I mean, with this amount, we could probably switch to blackjack for a little bit if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I hate blackjack. Can we bribe the DJ? Unfortunately, I think the music is supposed to come out of- it's supposed to be implied it comes out of the machine. Unless there is a very tiny DJ. Also, for some reason, your message when you said, can you hang out and wait for the music to speed up, you didn't have your VIP badge. Or your channel founder badge. I don't know why. Okay, we won some stuff. Thank you, thank you. I hope you get used to this, and it's not super annoying. Because you're gonna be hearing it for a while. And had a music speed up one. Weird. Hopefully we'll win again. It's been a little while. We had 100k and now we are almost 10,000 less. Come on, Sheena, you got this. Darn it. There was one time where I had a really, really long streak, and I think it was when I was walking around as Regal. It was pretty funny. I was on it for a while. I think it's because we wanted to buy the Forget-Me-Not and the costume. But so long as we don't see any skits, we don't need to get the Forget-Me-Not. Okay, good. No, not good. Whoops. Come on, we're at 80k! I need 150 or more, because I only need 250 for the disaster. Ah! Real bowling with his foot. Some people have joked when they've had good luck with him that it's because he owns the casino. But some people have argued that they've had, like, really nasty losing streaks with him, which is just further proof that it's entirely random. Because I've had some pretty mad victory runs with him, but I've also had some horrendously, like, I went from 50,000 chips to 0. He's playing it with his feet. Ah, you've got to be kidding me. Rude. That was rude. Oh? 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 Fuck you. Fuck you, game. I said this is gonna take multiple streams. I was wrong. If we have time after this, I am 100% going to farm another, like, couple of million before 9 p.m. That way we can do the restoration of Lumen immediately as well. Because if I can do everything that I need, at least for those 3 things, we're golden. We never have to do any super, like, tedious extra stuff ever again, except for red light, green light, which may also be its own stream. If I drop to 50k, I'm gonna leave and save and try another night with somebody else. How much is Lumen? I think it is... Oh, shit, I didn't mean to hit the mic. While I spin this one, I'm gonna look it up. It's not that expensive. You definitely don't need over 1 million like I had. You don't need 3 million for it, I know that. You kind of just sort of get it naturally if you know all the checkpoints too, so you don't overspend. Okay. Walk through. Restoration of Lumen. No win for that one. Shit. Frick is it? There it is. You need 455,500 gold in total. And we've already spent a decent amount. So yeah, like, maybe 2 cycles of the talisman, just so we have it and a little bit extra. And we can just do it all at once next week. So yeah, definitely possible to get, like, really quickly with just 1 cycle of, talisman rune bottle blue talisman. That's over 4 times. Are you sure about that? As much as cat statue, less of a reward. We completely rebuild a town, and we can finally, finish the Ifreed side quest. I don't think that's too bad. Because you can't finish the Ifreed quest unless Lumen is rebuilt, unfortunately. And that's for a costume. So if you don't want Pirate Lloyd, that's totally fine. But I think it's worth it in the end. I don't know about you. Also, I think the music's sped up a little bit more again. Rumors and cat in a bathroom is better than a bunch of people living happy lives. But Pirate Lloyd. Yes, yes, yes! Oh, these are... Oh, please, 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 please! Fuck yeah! Oh! Oh my god, I want to do it again. Ah, the music reset. It's no longer going fast. That's our warning. Bail! But yeah, there you go. When the music changes back to the slow pace, you've lost the thing. So I have 282,000 exactly. You need 150k. Wait, actually, hold on. Let me calculate this. I'm sorry. Wait, did I just get everything? In only 2 hours? Calculator? Because no, I can't do math, I'm sorry. We'll do it like this. 150, and we'll add the 3 zeros later. Plus 75, plus 200. We needed... Okay, no, we can't get the Forget-Me-Not. It's 475,000, and we only have 282. But we got it. We got the costume, and we can afford Devil's Plaything. Fuck yeah. We've done the main objective. You need the Forget-Me-Not in order to do the skit theater. But I don't think either of us care enough to want to get it. And there's a whole ass cutscene for this one, so we're not gonna do that. I think there's a skit if I buy Devil's Plaything. So... Oops. Are you sure? Yes. Costume better be worth it. Oh, trust me. It's a costume for Rain. Any costume for Rain is worth it, if you ask me. But yeah! There we go! Now all we need is to do the rune bottle thing again, just one more time. At least, right? Oh yeah, I have 63,000, you need 455. No costume for your ninja waifu? There will be costumes for ninja waifu. It's just, the earliest costume you can get in the game is that costume. If you do the casino super early, if you have the reards, you have the EX gems, and you've been to Flanor at least once, you can do it. Even, you could do it before Regal, before Regal goes inside Altamira with you. Oh yeah, I gotta go to the 4th floor and sleep. That's what you gotta do. Let's score a night ride on a roller coaster. Oh, I forgot to talk to all the people inside the casino with Zealous again. I gotta go back for that. You can't go to the casino during the day, so I may as well do that. The ride over is free, it's just I wasted some time, that's all. I'm gonna preemptively do that so I don't forget on my way over there, because sometimes I do that, where I actually, like, forget why I went back to a place, and then leave, and then remember, and then go back again. Because we've definitely done... Wait, have we done the book? Oh god. Because apparently he hadn't spoken to the people in there, but I've... Okay. Oh, hi, thanks for the free rune bottle, actually. We've done the skit theater, right? We must have. We did. But I must have not talked to these people, so I will. I don't think I can talk to her. And I'll talk to her. Yes, the Rain and Zealous jokes. We definitely did not, like, reload after that. We definitely still saw that, which is good. Okay, now to talk to all the women. I'm amazed. This usually takes so much longer. I'm very pleased that I'm not going to have to be at this for too long. Can I talk to you? I don't think I can get to that one. Oh. No, okay. I can, but she doesn't have unique dialogue. That's totally fine by me. She didn't need to, so I can go back to being... Sheena. It felt so long, so you can't imagine. I used to stream from 4 p.m. to 9. And I only streamed on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And it took more than one stream. I know it did. I know in my heart of hearts that it did, and I had to reload multiple times. But again, I was trying to get the Forget-Me-Not as well. As well as some other items, because some of the stuff that's for sale in there is really good. Some of the accessories you can buy, you can't buy anywhere else, and some of them are pretty nice. I want to check something. Because we've done this before. What? Wait. I need to test something. Oh! Okay, so I probably had talked to the people in the casino. It's just every time you leave and come back... I should probably take a break. Even if I'm still gonna do stuff a little bit, I should probably take a break soon. Let me get to Flanor. Wait, do I need to be to Flanor first? No. No, I need to go to I need to go to, the mountain. No, now. Just give me a second, let me land at where I'm supposed to be. Ah! I have water, but I should probably see if there's any dinner for anyone. Me. It should... You know, that wouldn't hurt. Yeah. Oh yeah, I reloaded the game. There you go. I got the necessary amount of coins for the costume and the devil's arm in, upon getting it. I got the necessary- I compounded on my 6,000 coins to the necessary amount in only, under 20 minutes. So, yay. New world record for me, honestly. I remember spending hours in the casino, and I'm so glad that I didn't have to. Can we see the costume? Next week. I want, Heart to see it. If we get it, there's like a whole scene around it. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Activates a cutscene event, quote unquote. And he'd miss that if I did that now. We can reload! Alright, fine. Heart will never know! Here, I'll make a poll while I'm on break. I'll make a poll, and YouTube isn't in control of this, so don't worry about it. Whether it happens or not, you'll know after this. Alright, now that we're back, it's time for Rune Bottle Grind.
Man, don't you guys let up?
He's so upset!
Item! Yay, I got something!
It was amazing, you should have been there!
Item! Whoops. Item! Whoops. Item! Yay, I got something!
I mean, welcome
Let's
back
be
from
more
my
careful
break.
next time.
Grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. Yeah.
I'm tired of this.
I think one cycle of rune bottles should be enough. Honestly, if I get everything, I may just grab some more.
Item!
Oh my god, stop. Stop guarding.
Item! Yay, I got
Okay, good.
something.
Thank fuck. Okay.
Item! Yay, I got something. Let's be more careful.
Because I
next
do
time.
want a lot of money. Let's go and we can do
Not
this
much of a
until like
specimen.
the end of stream, right? We all good with that?
Item!
I kind of want to see how much we get by the end of it.
Yay, I got
And just be
something.
like, hello, Heart, we have, like,
Sorry.
the cap on money.
Item!
You will never want for anything ever again.
Item!
Because if we did, that would be amazing. I don't think we'll hit the money cap.
Yay, I got some.
But what else do you need to buy?
Let's be
Not a
more
lot.
careful next time.
Aside from the city,
Not much of a specimen.
well, weapons, armor.
Item. Yay, I got something.
If Regal were in the party, ooh, I may buy
Whoops.
supplies. That's what I can do. I can buy cooking supplies and we can start working on the Wonder Chef.
No.
Because if I can just
Right thrust.
stealthily have everything
Yay,
for
I
that,
got something.
that would be amazing. I'm gonna see if this guy, because I
Sorry.
got it, but I don't remember. I don't remember.
Item. Whoops.
Okay, yeah, she got
Let's
it.
run. Let's be more careful next time.
But yeah,
Tired.
the part that I thought would take the longest actually didn't take hardly any time at
Yay,
all.
I got something.
At least compared to everything else that we did today. And you know, all locations. Yes,
got
there's a
something.
handful that I may have to
Let's
refer to.
Let's be more careful
a
next
guide
time.
for. But if I look here, I'm missing this one, and then the ones at the bottom here. I feel like if I miss any, like, near the end, I'm gonna look up where they are. Because I do think with absolute certainty I've missed where the third location is, because something tells me that that's in Silverant somewhere. But we need Regal. They're all missable, but I think only the one in Palma Costa is time limited. Because once the city is destroyed, you can't go inside it anymore. And I'm pretty sure there's a Wonder Chef in Lewin. You could get him early if you went to Lewin before you did the third seal, which is what triggers Lewin to be destroyed. But naturally, since we are going to be restoring Lewin, he will come back,
Here comes more of
and we
them.
can do him then. There's also one that isn't
Yay, I
the,
got something.
Can I please target this one? Thank you.
Item. Whoops.
Oh, I successfully stole from that one, not the one I was targeting. Oh my god, please. Thank you.
Item. Yay, I got something.
Oh, there's
be
only
more
one that's
careful
not
next
the Wonder Chef, I believe. And I know where that one is. There are two, I think,
Not
actually,
much
that
of
are
a
not the Wonder
specimen.
Chef. One of them is Cella's, I believe, where Cella's is, and then there's another one somewhere.
Item. Item.
But, I do want to do that one because I think that costume is funny. It has to be Regal, though, if we want that costume.
Yay, I
Like,
got something.
I could do it for Genus and get him the title for being, like, the master of cooking, but I think it's only Regal that has a costume for it.
No. Item.
Ah, fuck.
Whoops. Item. Yay, I got something.
If only it were that easy.
Let's be more careful next time.
Right light, green light. That sounds correct. Oh shit, I missed one. Fuck, I'm at 15. I'm supposed to have 16.
50% output should be sufficient. Item.
I ran from one too early, thinking I had to,
Yay,
I
I got
didn't.
something.
It's okay, I'll just
Item.
fight him an extra round.
No. Item. Yay, I got something.
Woo! That time I got two, for sure.
Let's be more careful next time.
Right time to stop. Right time to stop mashing
You're
A.
gonna regret this. Item. Whoops.
Oh, come on, because he did a specific attack I missed.
Yay, I got something.
Okay. And this one.
Item.
Oh,
Whoops.
come on.
Item. Yay, I got something.
I think this was worth it. I
Let's
think
be
this was
more
a good
careful next
choice.
time.
Because even though I did ultimately do it a lot faster.
I'm tired of
Oh, you want to know what an
Yes.
awful minigame is? There's one in Bessaria.
Item. Yay, I got
Um,
something.
That's literally
Alright,
just
let's be more careful next
punting the gag mascot character into the ocean. And it's like, what is it called? When you, like, skip a stone across the water. That's essentially what that minigame is. And what's the reward for getting a high score on that one? Because it's not that hard, I just don't like it. What's the reward for it? A giant hat accessory that encompasses the character that you put it on's entire head of said mascot character that you were punting into the ocean. Which is a pretty funny reward, I guess, but it's not my favorite. Oh my god, I can only afford 8 Lamau. Oh, no! Spirit bang. Oh. Eh. I still have 10. Of course, we're still, like, making mad amounts of money off of this process, so yeah, I can already afford a full 20. I can use the remaining rune bottles to turn 10 of them into a blue talisman. Giant hat is funnier. I mean, yeah. Buy another 10, so I have it. And, oh, no, wait, I had an odd number of rune bottles, not because I stole 2, it's because one of the times that Zelos talked to somebody, they gave him one. Right, I forgot. Oh my god, dog! I'm trapped! But yeah, with like an hour remaining, we can see... I don't think we're gonna hit the money cap. But... we will, however, have a lot of money to show. We'll have to also explain to Heart that I had 3 million, which only bought me 6,000 coins. But yeah, some people don't even bother with the gambling aspect. Some people just literally only farm the money to just buy the amount, which I think takes longer. I think the chance for good RNG on the 100 coin slot machine is a faster method than rune bottle turn to blue talismaning until you can have the coins. Because if you need 150,000, that's 150,000 times 500. In order to be able to afford, that would be the money that it would cost.
Let's run. Let's be more careful next time.
That's not worth it.
You're gonna regret this. Item.
Now, doing it only to get the disaster?
Whoops.
Fine. It's only 250.
Whoops.
And you get a lot of extra left over.
Item.
Since it's only 250 coins.
Sorry.
Or chips, I'm sorry.
Item. Yay, I got something.
So, yeah, I think it is ultimately, like, that method, that's worth it. That's
Not
fine.
much of a specimen.
But to buy the
Whoops.
Chosen Beauty costume, that just takes way too long.
Item. Yay, I got something.
It's dead.
How's that? Item. Sorry. I'm dizzy.
No! You did not do that trophy? Understandable.
Item. Yay, I got something.
I do not
Let's be
fault
more
you for
careful
not
next
doing
time.
that.
You're gonna regret this. Item. Yay, I got something.
Which reminds me, I never told this story.
Whoops.
I was gonna talk about this when I got it. I posted it on Discord so that way it'd be like, yeah, look, I got
Let's be more
Fisk
careful next time.
a little Kokichi figure, right?
Man, don't you guys let.
I grind secondary mode for 10 hours. Nope.
Item. Whoops.
I feel that.
Item. Yay, I got something.
What is it called? Salmon Team or whatever?
Item. Yay, I got something. Let's be more careful next time.
Just the like if it was a visual novel dating sim.
Guys, let up.
I don't know why it's called that.
I'm dizzy.
Yeah, it's called school mode in the first one. It's called island mode in the second. Though school mode
Yay, I got something.
was after island mode. Island mode was introduced. That concept was introduced in 2,
Item. Yay,
but
I got something.
it appears in 1 Reload. In the original Danganronpa 1, it does not have that.
Let's be more careful next time.
That's why it's kind of weird and also exactly the same as island mode. In terms of like what you do.
Man, don't you guys let up. Item. Yay, I got
So
something.
in the original game, in order to max everyone out, you had to play the game multiple times.
Item.
You had to like go through the chapters repeatedly.
Item. Yay, I got something. Let's be more careful next time.
Yeah.
50% output should be sufficient.
Like, the reward for maxing them out was still the same, but
Yay, I
that,
got
like,
something.
mini-game to do after you beat the game once,
Item. Yay, I got something.
was added to make that easier.
Let's run. Let's be more careful next time.
How many do I have? I have 16. I need to do 2 more fights.
You're gonna regret this.
Oh, but, the story I was trying to talk about, the little Kokichi
Yay, I
figure.
got something.
It was bought off of Crunchyroll's website, which typically I would not recommend you do.
Sorry.
They like to overprice their figures a lot, and they don't
Sorry.
really have the greatest service when it comes to, like, shipping them out.
No way. Item. Whoops.
No, not guard break, just regular attack, please. No, stop guard breaking! It does 800 damage! This one will kill it!
Yay, I got something.
Okay, good.
Let's be more careful next time.
The original price for that thing was like,
Don't you
$108, I want to say?
item. Yay, I got
And for what it was, like, it's not a bad figure, but that's kind of high. Especially for its size.
Item. Whoops.
But
Ah.
Crunchyroll was having a clearance sale.
Yay, I got something.
Oh yeah, Crunchyroll was having a
Let's be more
clearance
careful
sale.
next time.
Usually, when Crunchyroll has a sale on their store, if you're... It's the Kokichi sitting down figure that I have in the figurines and plushies section on my Discord. I know not everybody is in it, but, it's the one with him sitting cross-legged. It's a 10th anniversary Kokichi. 1/8 scale, I want to say. But he looks really small for 1/8 because he's sitting. Also, he's just a small dude in terms of, like, compared to the sizes of the other characters in that game. He was originally $108 on Crunchyroll's site. You love him and hate him. Most people do. That's kind of what they were going for. Small boy. Small liar boy. That's sort of his shtick. It's a lie! He's kind of an asshole. He's a little goblin man. More so than Ken, in some aspects. I think I can afford all 20. Yes. So we only have 42. However, we sell 20. And we have 400. Yay! Little... Yeah, but Ken won't fight back if we call him a goblin. Yeah, he's sort of pretty... He's a dick. He's pretty rude, but he is a very endearing character despite that, because that's just kind of how Danganronpa rolls. You either love or hate Byakuya, for instance. There's no in-between. Fisk thinks he's fantastic, even though he is such an asshole. Especially in the early game. She definitely hated him at first, but then she was like, he's awesome!
Not much of a specimen.
Exactly.
Item! Yay, I got something.
But, he was the figure
Yeah, I got
for
something.
Kokichi was originally $108.
Sorry. Let's be
Crunchyroll
more
had a
careful
clearance
next
sale. It did not specify how much off they were, it just listed
you
their
guys-
sale prices.
time. Let up. Item! Yay, I got something.
I assume I stole it from this one, so I'm gonna item thief this one.
Item!
Nope, I got it off the other one.
Item!
Oh, stop!
Item! Yay, I got something.
Okay, cool.
Let's be more careful next time.
When you know what happens, he's amazing, exactly.
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Um,
Item! Yay, I got something.
their clearance sale only showed the
Sorry.
prices for, like, their stuff.
Whoops.
They were also having a Danganronpa sale, but that was, like, part of the clearance sale.
Yay, I got something.
And on the site, they were listed, because he wasn't the only one that was this low. There was another one, there was the Shuichi Saihara figure. He is also small, despite being a 1/8 figure, because he's down on one knee, because tipping his hat, because he's investigating a thing. Wow. I didn't like that one as much as the Kokichi one, because the Kokichi one, he's just sitting.
Let's be more careful next time.
They were both
One fight
originally
after
$108, and on the clearance sale, the price
got
display was $30.
Item! Yay, I got something.
And I said, damn, they really want to clear out
Let's
these
be more
figures.
careful next time.
So I bought one.
50% output should be
I look
sufficient.
back again after ordering it on the the tweet that I saw, because I follow a gaming Twitter account that, like, informs people when stuff goes on sale.
Right thrust.
The shipping pushed it to 42 ultimately, so it was like $12 for shipping
Sorry.
and tax.
Yay, I got something.
But he was in store price $30, and I was like, should I also get the Shuichi then? Because he's also $30, but I decided against it.
Let's be more careful.
And I think this is the saving grace for the ultimate, like, thing that happened. After I bought it and got the order confirmation, I looked at the tweet again
Yay, I got something.
to see what else, like, might have gone on sale. And somebody said, it's probably a display error, but fuck it, I bought them anyway. And I was like, display error? Oh no, is it not actually supposed to be that much off? Click the link to the site again, and the price for the Kokichi is $80.
Let's be more careful next time.
So it was a display error. When it first went on sale, somebody put it up for $30, but that was wrong. It was actually $80, which is significantly less of a percent off. It was a significantly smaller discount than what they was originally going for. However,
Sorry.
Crunchyroll's site is if you spend more than $50, the shipping is free. And because I did not buy the other Shuichi,
Whoops.
I had to pay for shipping. So, throughout the entire time trying to wait for this thing to, like, ship out and arrive, I'm checking my bank, I'm checking my PayPal, and stuff like that, to make sure that they didn't charge me more. Because that's, like, a thing that they could totally do if they wanted to. They can't do that if it was intentionally misleading. If they can prove that if for a display error for something that's like being promoted as selling for cheaper than they actually want it to sell, until the product arrives at your home, now this varies from state to state, they can, if it was a genuine honest mistake, send an email notification saying, hey, it's actually this, do you still want it? You will be charged this if you don't, like, cancel the order. I never got that email. And so far to this day, looking at my account, I was never charged the extra amount of cash that it would have actually been worth. And I think the only reason why I didn't get charged the extra to push it to 80 is because I paid for shipping. Like, if I had bought both of them, I think they would have been like, no, yeah, they're 80 apiece, not 30. Because it already would have been free shipping.
Yay, I got something.
So, that was the thing that was kind of cool about it.
Yay, I got something.
I got it for cheaper than it was actually supposed to be. Which is nice. Don't bank on that happening all the time, though. If it's a display error, or if you think it's too good to be true, it probably is. And if it's like an honest mistake, they can and they will ask for more. I think it was just because it was within the hour of the sale going up that they caught it. I don't think enough people bought them for them to think it was like a net loss ultimately.
Yay, I got something.
And for people who didn't buy both of them, if they only bought one or the other, they paid for shipping. And I think it's more complicated to add the full price to it if you're already paying for shipping when their site's policy says that you get free shipping if you spend more than 50. And since the figure by itself wasn't 50 at that time, they weren't able to
Here comes more of them.
like remove the fact that I paid for shipping on top of restoring the price. So I got very lucky with that one. Shuichi saves me again. Yeah, because I decided not to get him. So now he sits on Fisk's shelf next to all her other figures. Sitting there cross-legged with a stupid little smirk on his face. And that was a story about how I did not have to pay as much for a figurine! For my sibling. Yeah, the other stuff she has on there is Miku. You can see Sebastian in the background. She actually has a much nicer, like, figurine shelf than I do. I have Luca, Ed, Yamcha, and a, Inosuke plush. And I didn't really have space for my stuff originally, hence why I don't have as many things. Whereas, even at the old house, Fisk always had, like, at least a shelf somewhere to put her stuff. So, that may change. Yeah. Luca's stand is broken, though, so she's kind of, like, leaning against it rather than it actually being attached to her. I also have the, pretty 1-2, or, not the pretty 1-2, it's the, NIS Classics Volume 1, acrylic stands for, and the brass coin, I believe it's brass at least, for, Phantom Brave, and, fuck, what's the name of the other game? Soul Nomad, I think? Yeah. They had been in the box until I took those pictures. Like, the day that I took those pictures was the day that I took them out. I believe it's called Soul Nomad. I've never played the game before, but I own the game and I definitely plan to play it in the future. That's why I bought it. I also want to give Phantom Brave another try, because last time I played it, I didn't like it. I didn't have the patience for it. So I didn't finish it. but I definitely do now. I mean, yesterday, right? You watched me walk around one dungeon for a million years just so I could 100% a fucking map for an item that I don't even know if it's gonna be good or not. But I think now, I think if I figure out the mechanics for Phantom Brave, I will enjoy it. Because I know a lot of people do. Oh man, the debate as to whether to get the NIS Classics Volume 2 when I already own La Pucelle, I believe is how you pronounce that? Or La Pucelle, I don't know. La Pucelle Tactics, one or the other. I got it gifted to me on Steam, so if I buy Volume 2, I would have 2 copies of the same game. But I also already have multiple copies of the same game in many different places. I have 2 copies of Disgaea, both the original and Complete Plus. I have 2, technically 3, because it's on 2 different Steam accounts. Tales of Symphonia. I have Tales of Vesperia and Definitive Edition. Even though there's more content in Definitive Edition, that's still essentially owning 2 of the same game. I'm definitely not, like, I can't say that I haven't done that because I totally have, like, instances of having multiple copies of something. Oh yeah, I actually have 3 copies of Tales of Vesperia. I forgot, I have the PS3 version in Japanese, which, when we play it again with Heart, I kinda wanna later on in my career, possibly, most likely once I actually know some Japanese, I want to play that version. Because despite not having an English translation, it's one of the few, like, copies of games that is not region locked. It does run on my Super Slim. I don't have to do anything fancy to make the disc be recognizable, because there isn't anything, it's not region locked in that it will only play if it's a Japanese PS3. I can run it on my PS3. I've done it before.
Let's be more careful
Just to see when I realized it was in Japanese.
I'm tired.
And I think that would be really fun, because, I don't know.
Yay, I got
It just
something.
would.
Item. Yay, I got something. Let's be more careful next time.
I only have 4 rune bottles.
You're gonna
Um,
regret this.
But yeah,
Item. Yay, I got something.
now you know. I debated buying Definitive Edition for myself on
Yay,
Steam
I got something.
when it went on sale, but I did not. I only gifted
Let's
it.
be more careful next
I
time.
would have had 4 copies then, but I want, if we continue this
more of
playing
them.
Tales of the series with each other based on, like, emulating a game or it being on Steam and having local
I got
multiplayer
something.
still active, Arise, why? Because there are
got
more.
something.
There's Berseria, Zestiria. Actually, I think that's it. Those are the only 4. Symphonia, Vesperia Definitive Edition, Berseria, Zestiria, which is kind of unfortunate. I'd want, from this point forward, those that are on Steam
Sorry.
to,
Item. Whoops.
okay, I did grab that one. I would want him to have the reins, but for emulators,
Whoops.
for emulated games,
Whoops.
okay, no, I did grab it. I just wanted to be sure. I didn't want to run one after only having stolen one. 100% sure? Yes. Okay,
I'm tired of this.
I'm mad now!
Whoops.
It's okay. It's okay, Colette.
Item. Yay, I got something.
Unless it's emulated, because
Yay, I got something.
setting that shit up is really annoying. And also, Fisk wants to be the one that's in the hot seat for player 1 for Abyss. I think it would be nice if there was a bit of a back and forth. Like, how do I explain this? If I find a way, and I'm gonna have to do a lot of research on this, and this is probably still not possible. If I could find a way to have controllers through PC recognizable on a game that runs on console, we could do more. We could do Symphonia 2. We could do Xillia. We could do Xillia 2. And that's all the ones that I have. But hey, that's 3 more games. There's an incredibly low probability of that being the case, however. So I would not hold my breath for that. I would not.
More of them.
I would not hold the breath. There is no guarantee of that. And of course, if that doesn't work,
Yay,
then
I got something.
emulation Lamau. I own copies of like all of the games that we would be emulating, so it's just heart that doesn't really. But it's okay.
Let's be more careful next time.
Wait, did I? Okay, I did grab 2. That was a really fast round. Jeez.
Not much of a specimen.
Because I love the Tales of series. It has its ups and downs.
Yay, I got something.
I have things to say about many of them, and for some of them more than others, and
Whoops.
some of it not good.
Item.
But I do love the series
Item.
a lot.
Yay, I got something.
That's why I have as many copies as I do of the series.
Let's be more careful next
I
time.
don't think I can say in good faith that Persona is my favorite series.
50% output should
Whereas, like, while I definitely don't have every Tales of game in existence, and there are, because of that, bigger fans than me of it, I would still call myself a fan of the series as a whole, because... Oh yeah, I also have,
Yay, I got something.
Graces. I also have Graces, that's right. My PS3 copy has, Symphonia, Symphonia 2, and Graces on it, because it's a UK copy. It was only a UK thing. Not that that matters. I mean, I've already said, for some reason the Tales of games don't get... At least the older ones aren't region-locked based on copy version. I think, if I recall, it's a more common thing
guys
with
let up?
AAA games. Oh my god, please.
Whoops. Item. Whoops.
Stop guarding, please. It's a more common thing among AAA games that,
Item. Yay, I got
that,
something.
like, you know how they have different, like, rating systems, too? Like, ESRB is American, Peggy.com, I believe, is the
Whoops.
abbreviation that you're supposed to
Sorry.
pronounce it as, is,
Yay, I got
UK's
something.
version. I've learned that, at least in
Let's be
terms
more
of
careful next time.
JRPGs, they don't have the code that keeps you from...
Man,
It's like a
guys
blacklist thing. You know how, like, some PS Vita games won't work on the PS TV
Yay, I got
because they're, like,
something.
blacklisted unless you buy, like, a third-party app
Whoops.
or download a third-party app that
Sorry.
whitelists them.
Item. Yay, I got something.
It's something kind of like that, where it will
Let's be more
recognize what
careful next
type of console is trying to run the game and either permit or deny the right to actually run the game. It's a similar thing as to Super Slims when you try to load a PS2 disc into it, because it is not reverse compatible with PS2, it is only reverse compatible with PS1, because PS3s had a really hard time not melting themselves running PS2 games, but not PS1. The PlayStation itself, my PlayStation, because I've made this mistake before. I bought a PS2 game thinking my PS3 could run it. That was not the case. It told me it will not run this game. That's essentially what it is. It's a message that pops up that says there's something keeping us from running the game. Like, the disc reader won't read this game. It's... Some games more modern games, I think, do this, where if it's not the correct region, like a Japanese PlayStation versus a UK PlayStation versus an American PlayStation. Yes, there are differences between UK and America. I know this for a fact because my DLC code for Star Ocean did not work with my PSN because it was a code for DLC for the European copy of the game, because I have a UK copy of Star Ocean 5. So even though the game would run, I could not download the DLC because the code was only compatible with UK PlayStation 3s. Or was it PS4? It was with a UK PS4. Which is a bizarre phenomenon that the base game ran fine, but the DLC code didn't work. But, you know, that was just kind of what happened. Yeah. I don't know why. But that's essentially what the thing is like there's this type of code that keeps a game from being yeah, it's Japanese PSN only. I don't know how that manages to be the case. I guess it's because what codes get approved before the game copy, like, gets sent. But yeah. Because I guess they don't have that for... Oh wait, I need to buy the regular talismans. Because they don't have that for... They don't have that for, like, in the game discs themselves. Despite having a European copy of Tales of Symphonia as a triple disc with Tales of Symphonia 2 and Tales of Graces, as well as my Japanese copy for the PlayStation 3 version of Tales of Vesperia, they still run just fine. Like, nothing gets in the way. But, like, when I first looked it up, when I realized it was the Japanese copy for Tales of Vesperia, because, oops, I made a mistake. It was a pretty good mistake, though, honestly. I think that's really cool that I have a Japanese copy of a JRPG that I really like. I don't think, especially in today's secondhand game markets, a lot of people can say that they have, like, a foreign copy in another language of a game that they really like, because of stupid fucking scalper prices. Every region's versions of a game is technically a different game. Yeah. That's how it works. I still think it's really cool that there isn't that I don't have to do anything fancy to get them to run. It's very nice. I appreciate it. When I first got the game, I didn't appreciate it. I've had that Japanese copy of Vesperia for a very long time.
Sorry. Yeah, I got something.
I was still in middle school when I got it.
You're gonna regret this.
So yeah.
Yeah, I got something.
That was before the market got fucked. In terms of, like, wanting something
Yeah, I got
used in video games, especially if it's older.
something.
But I guess the PS3 was still, like, a super relatively new thing at the time, so I suppose that makes sense that it wasn't crazy expensive.
Don't worry. Leave it to me. Yeah, I got something.
Oh, yeah! I would not be opposed
Yeah, I
to
got something.
playing the Japanese
Sorry,
version
let's
sometime
be
in the
more
future.
careful next time.
That's definitely one of those, like... I would have had Here's the thing. If I did that, I wouldn't do the extra content.
50%
Mostly
output
because
should
I can't
be sufficient.
read the language that it's in.
Yeah, I got something.
Oh, right. I still need to steal it from the other one.
Yeah, I got something.
Cool.
Let's be more careful next time.
Which is also why I would want it to be
50%
later,
output should be-
because I am
Sufficient.
learning the language slowly.
Yeah, I got something.
If I even know a little bit, that'll be awesome.
something.
It's one of those where it's like, cool.
Let's be more
Oh, did I
careful
actually,
next time.
did I not get the other one? No, I got them both. Okay, cool. When it's that quick, I just like, I can't believe it's that quick. And I run and I'm like, wait, did I get both?
Whoops.
I didn't get it there.
Item. Whoops.
Oh my god, please. I think if I kill it, even if it's a guard break, though, I do get the item.
Item. Yay, I got
Yep.
something. Item. Yay, I got
Cool.
something. Let's be more careful next time.
I have 12 now, I think.
Don't worry. Leave it to me. Item. Yay, I got something. Item. Yay, I got something.
I have no idea what that says, but I recognize those characters. I know the second one is, I believe, oh god, my confidence just went through the floor. It's supposed to be Ka,
Let's be
I
more
believe,
careful
is the
next
second
time.
character. Again, I'm learning what they are. I haven't quite gotten to what they mean when combined with each other
50%
yet.
output should be sufficient. Item. Sorry. Item. Whoops.
When you succeed the item thief, but because you got hit and technically interrupted, you don't successfully steal the thing. So sad.
Item. Whoops. Item.
Yeah, the first
Yeah, I
character
got
for the second one
something.
was E. I knew that.
Yay, I got something.
But I don't think I've gotten to Nu or Ne. I know Mu, which is why I recognize, although that kind of also, is that, no, wait, shit. Fuck. See, I don't really, I can't really say with any confidence of anything yet. But I think playing the game in Japanese would be just be cool. Also because it would be the original version and not the HD remaster.
Yay, I got something.
I have a love-hate relationship with the story behind that.
Item. Whoops. Item. Yay, I got something. Let's be more careful next time.
So it's all Troy
I'm
Baker. Oh,
tired.
no, it's all in Japanese.
Item. Whoops. Item.
If it weren't for the fact that I don't know if I can,
Yay, I
in,
got something.
like, in any capacity go back to the 360 version. I would play all three
I got
eventually, but it's like, it's all the same game. You know that? It's all the same game, but one of them, okay, I feel like I have to explain this story every single time, just so you understand how
Let's be more
frustrating
careful
this,
next time.
like, scenario is. Yeah, I'm learning hiragana right now. I'm nowhere near close to doing katakana. At least I think that's hiragana, right? That's what that's called? I know a lot of songs use hiragana, like lyric videos for stuff in Japanese. Like Bokurano is, I think, almost all of the characters for the lyrics as they appear on screen are in hiragana. Okay. I definitely have enough and then some for, onomatopoeia one. Oh! Right. Wait. What am I learning then? Where's my phone? Yeah, I thought that was Romanji. I'm learning hiragana, and then there's dakuan, which is hiragana, but you add a symbol to change the sound, and then there's katakana. And then dakuan of katakana. And then combo. And then long vowels and things like that. Yeah. Kanji is insane and you get overwhelmed trying to learn it. Yeah, it doesn't look easy. I won't fault you for being... I will not fault you for being, intimidated by it, because it is intimidating. That's kind of why the Japanese written language is separated into two categories, because they know that kanji is way too complex for young people. Romanji is literally for foreigners. Like, they never learn Romanji. They start with hiragana, and then they move on to katakana. Or they learn hiragana and katakana in pieces, but I think, like, you eventually, as an adult, have to learn kanji, because it's necessary. World shit, I cannot imagine. Technically, you don't really learn hiragana separately, but yeah, there's three variations of their written language, because it's just that difficult.
Not much of a specimen.
Which is just very unique. I'm not dogging on it.
Yay, I got something.
It's like each one is used for very specific things.
Item.
So, technically, they learn their own language, like, 3 times.
Yay, I got something.
And how it's applied and which version you use based on what varies, based on, like, certain, like, societal reasonings. Like, I don't think you would see kanji on a menu at a restaurant, but you would definitely see it in, like, a book.
Item. Yay, I got something. Item. Whoops.
Like, if I like, I do believe the video game, like, the last I looked at it, and it's been a while, I believe the video game is in katakana, it's not in kanji. They may use kanji here or there, but from last I looked at it, when I didn't even know what I was looking at, I can say that it was most likely katakana.
Sorry.
I would not be surprised if they used at least 2 of them, though, interchangeably, depending on the scenario. Because sometimes they do that to show, like, the age of certain characters. They'll, even though they're all speaking the same, they'll use the other written language to indicate, like, the age of that person, or for other, like, smaller things. I don't really know the details. I don't know how it's applied in, like, practical uses at all. I just know that they use all 3 interchangeably.
Whoops.
Depending on just certain things. Oh, no, come back. Come back.
Whoops. No. Yay, I got something.
Cool. No! Let me... No, it's too far away!
Whoops. Yay, I got some.
Got it. And it died.
How's that? Let's be more careful next time.
Like, I don't think I have any manga. Yeah, no, I definitely don't have any manga in Japanese.
You're gonna regret this. Item. Yay, I got something.
Come on. Let me target him. Thank you.
Item.
Ah!
Item. Yay, I got some.
Fantastic!
careful next time.
You think that'd be a great way to practice learning it? Yeah, I'm tempted to play it in Japanese. But, like I said, I think it would be a ways off if I were to do that. Just a little bit.
One
Not a
fight after
crazy
another.
amount.
Sorry.
It's just because I get the feeling, and it probably won't be absolutely immediately,
Yay, I got something.
my greatest joy in life
Let's be more careful
is
next
being
time.
myself, and part of being myself is getting other people into things that I like. Which is why I stream games that I like. Sometimes
much
I'll
of a
stream new stuff.
specimen.
I stream a pretty decent amount of stuff that I've never played before, but at its core, especially when I started, I never played a game that I didn't already know. And there are still many instances, like every JRPG I've played except for Disgaea 2 so far have been games that I've played before. Some not all the way to completion, admittedly, but
Whoops.
I still played, like, most of it. Oh yeah, Persona 2 now has joined the ranks. But I had definitely played Persona 3, I definitely played Persona 4. I have definitely played Persona 5. The spin-offs, some of them I hadn't played before. I didn't play Q2. I knew a lot about Q1, but I hadn't really actually played that one either.
Not much of a specimen.
But yeah, it's only really come up recently, and because of Personathon, that I've played something
Yay, I got something.
for the first time on stream. That's a JRPG.
Oh. Item. Yay, I got something.
Like, Disgaea 2, yeah.
Let's be more
I mentioned
careful next
PQ2
time.
right after I type it. Yep. Okay. 2 more.
Here comes more of them.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it, Colette.
Item.
Like, if I played the original Final Fantasy VII on stream, because I do have that on Switch,
Yay, I got something.
it would be a second playthrough.
Item. Item. Yay, I got something. How's that? Let's be more careful next time.
Like, for an example of sorts, I played Ni no Kuni, but I couldn't beat the final boss. So when I streamed it, it feels so long ago now, honestly. When did I stream that game? Do I even have clips to prove that I streamed it? It was before I started recording locally, so it's not on the YouTube channel.
Yay, I got something. Let's be more careful next time.
I hadn't beaten it. And yes, I should. A lot of people go back to Final Fantasy X just casually multiple times. I played the first Ni no Kuni and I couldn't beat the final boss. So, when I streamed it, I made sure that I did all the side quests, so that way I could get everything. I basically almost 100% of the game. I don't know if I actually 100% at it trophy-wise, but I definitely did everything that there was to do in that game. That I could. Because there's probably some dumb achievement for, like, getting all of the, familiars, and I definitely didn't want to waste my time with that. But I got the car. I did get the car. I got the Filmobile, and I got to we drove around on in the overworld for a little bit before I was like, well, this was fun. See you guys next time for whatever else I decide to play. So, yeah, I definitely did the thing. Fought all the extra bosses and stuff like that. Ah, there is clips proving that I did play it. Nice. Oh yeah, the Fairyland one. The Fairy Island one. freaking ominous ass text to watch the stand-up and then go inside the fairy mother.
Not much of a specimen.
That game is weird.
Item! Yay, I got something!
I don't know if I stole from this one.
Yay, I got
Okay, I had
something. How's that?
stole
Let's
from
be
both
more
of them.
careful next time.
Not much of a specimen.
So definitely, like,
Yay, I got something!
I do have JRPGs on the back burner that I have played before, and JRPGs on the back burner that I have never played before. Like, I know I have Tales of Arise, that's something that I need to do. I have La Pucelle Tactus. A lot of the JRPGs that were gifted to me are in upcoming. But I know there are others. Like, I need to get through Disgaea 4, I need to get through Disgaea 5, 6, 7's coming out sometime this year, I think, if I remember correctly. Did I grab both of them?
Sorry. Item! Whoops.
I won't know unless I get a successful hit that doesn't get interrupted by an attack. Okay. Definitely got that one then. But did I get this one?
Item!
I will only know once it's dead.
Item!
I did.
Let's run. Let's
It's
be more
better to
careful
be
next time.
safe than sorry. I have 4. What am I doing?
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
I have, what is it called? Scarlet Nexus?
Sorry.
Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. I'd probably want to eventually get to
Yay, I got
SMT 5, but I don't actually own that game yet. So it would be later.
Item! Whoops. Item! Whoops.
Oh, come on.
Item! Yay, I got something.
There we go.
No. Let's be more careful next time.
I need to heal. There we go. I have 6.
Here comes more of them.
There's a lot to do.
Item! Whoops.
Like, I won't be hurting for games to play for a
Yay, I
while.
got something.
It's just up to me whether,
Sorry.
rather, I want to play what game. Exactly. Because I definitely
Yay, I got
love
something.
JRPGs. It's probably my favorite genre of
Let's
video
be more
game.
careful
Just
next time.
period. There's no way in hell it's any other category.
I'm tired of this.
Personathon decides. Well, yeah, once Personathon's over, it's gonna be a hot minute till I play another Persona game.
Yay,
That's
I got
for fucking sure.
something.
Because I'm playing most of them. Like, the only one that I'm not playing twice is Vanilla Persona 5, of the 3 later main lines. 'Cause fuck that, I'm not playing Vanilla Persona 5.
Item! Yay, I got something.
I played Royal and that's enough for me.
Let's be more careful next time.
Just to be sure I got 2? Okay.
Man,
Yeah, fuck Persona 5. Well, I don't like it as much, and I feel like that's
yay, I
enough,
got something.
like, of Persona 5.
Yay, I got something.
I really don't need to give Persona 5 any more attention than it already does. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, I think there's a lot of fun to be had from Persona 3 and Persona 4. I want to
Yay, I
show
got something.
that I can play both, and that I can play older ones, and that I can enjoy older ones. And at least put it out there that there are people who want to see the older Persona games.
Item! Yay, I got something. How's that? Let's be more careful
Oh, nice.
next time.
I bet that was a very emotional
You're gonna regret
thing. I hope she figures out the way to the true ending.
Item! Whoops.
It's not that hard to sniff out, but it's not that easy either.
Item! Yay, I got something.
It's pretty, like, you could easily miss it if you just choose the wrong thing on
Yay, I got
accident.
something. Let's be more careful next time.
How many do I have? I have 16, 2 more. Okay,
You're gonna regret this.
he's not helping her with the true ending? Okay, so if they get the normal ending, that's whatever.
Yay,
It's
I
up to
got
her whether
something.
she wants to, like, load the game and go to the true ending.
Item. Yay, I got
And by
something.
true ending, I mean, like, Izanami. Because I forget, you get locked out of Izanami if you don't max Marie. That's, like, the one thing that I hate about Golden. It's the only thing that's negative, because you shouldn't have to max Marie to get the true ending. Like, there's the good ending, where you beat Adachi. Which I suppose, at least you can still do that.
Let's run. Let's be more careful next time.
Oh, then there's no way in hell there's no way. If they've just beaten Nanako's, she would have to, like,
Don't worry. Leave
steamroll
it to
it,
me.
and I don't even know if it's possible at that time.
Item. Yay, I got something. Item. Yay, I got something. Let's be more
Let's
careful
bail!
next time.
Go to Flanor now! Run! Just to confirm before I leave? Yes, okay. Because it's like, I don't really like how the true ending is locked behind a social link. I've never been a fan of that. And Golden started it, and Royal continued it, and I don't think it's necessary. I don't feel like you should, like, pass a weird something that already feels super optional checklist in order to get true game content. Royal admittedly did do it better in terms of, like, if you don't get it, you get the good ending or the true ending in 5 vanilla, and that's, like, fine. You just don't really know what the fuck was up with Maruki. Yeah, Royal at least still rewards you for not doing Maruki Social Link, but in Golden, you can't fight Izanami. You can't. It doesn't let you. Maxing Marie's Social Link is tied to that very aggressively, and I'm personally not a huge fan. Like, I don't dislike Marie, but people using that as a reason to dislike Marie? Yeah, it's a little valid, because I definitely don't really like Kasumi all that much. Granted, her social link is not necessary. Maruki's was a decent one. I don't think... It's one of those where it's like, man, you could totally miss this, and that's just kind of sad and lame. Okay, we have 2 million, and it's 9 p.m., so, pfft. Two in-game days powered through the kidnapper boss fight. See, that's the fun thing. I did Nanako's dungeon in 1 in-game day, but I took multiple days of the game. That's the thing, I never leave. That's how I play the later Persona games. I never leave. Alright, EX skill. Regal. We do not need personal. We need dodge. We like dodge. His evade being high is good. Colette, on the other hand, I may just keep her set up like this. We already don't super use her a lot, so it should be fine. However, these guys should not be on manual anymore. Should go back to being auto. That way I won't forget. I'm also gonna switch back to being Regal. And in the main slot, hell yeah. Luckily I don't have to switch Presea. I don't know why I switched her to manual. She wouldn't have done anything anyway. Because you need somebody controlling her. But yeah, I think I'll go back to Altamira and just save, so that way we'll be right there. OMG, Rain, that costume is awesome. Exactly. Practicing for next week! But yeah, we'll probably do the quest-related necessities for Altamira next week, and then we will Well, we won't do that first. The first thing we'll do is get the costume and get Disaster. Because that is why we did this instead of Virtue's Last Reward. I should save in the second slot. There, that way. Never know. You'll never know. How could they know? Yeah, so... Neat. Neat. Oh. Val knows that I'm supposed to be done streaming. And I'm supposed to be done streaming. I know I'm supposed to be done streaming. Save again. Actually, wait. Gotta do the thing that I usually do. I gotta switch this off of full screen, because I don't like launching the game in full screen. It does weird shit when you do. I don't know why. I think it's because old game. There we go. Did I eat yet? Oh, I did not. You've caught me there. Yes, I should definitely eat. But yes, I am going to exit the game. I said micro break. I forgot. I forgore. We started talking about stuff. This is why I like the mindless grinding. But that's the thing. I don't fault Heart for not wanting to do this. I have no idea. Like, not playing the game is really hard. And it's like yesterday when we were playing, Silent Hill 3. If nothing visually interesting is going on for too long, Fisk can't keep up a conversation. And I used to be like that too. When I was grinding in Disgaea, I would just go into hyperfocus mode and not say shit. I've been doing this for 2 years? Almost, now? In March, it will be 2 years. It is March. Yeah, March 5th. It'll be 2 years, I think, officially, since I started streaming. I've had a lot of practice with this. So I don't fault Heart, because I used to be like that, where if there was something super mindless going on, no, I just could not. Oh, this is the second Tales of Symphonia intro. I don't like it as much as the other one, so I'm gonna skip it. Yeah! And, in June or July, it'll be affiliate anniversary. That'll be fun. Someone joked when I got affiliate that every time it's my affiliate anniversary, I should fight Theo. And you know what would be really, really funny? If, for my affiliate anniversary, I am playing Persona 3 Portable, and I beat Theo. The temptation to make Portable the finale would mean that I would have to blast ass through Persona 4 first, and I don't know if I can do that, so no promises on that one, but it would be really, really funny if the timing lined up perfectly. But it's already March. So I can't plan that far ahead. Anything can happen in a JRPG too. You said I could do one 16-hour stream per year. P4 Vanilla. Yes, we will be playing Persona 4 Vanilla. After Q. Or I may follow through with Why Rush Through Games to try to get something to line up that I have no guarantee will actually be the case. But yeah, the thing is yeah, that would just be like a thing. I might do something for affiliate anniversary. If it's also still Persona-thon, I'll have to do something clever. Maybe we'll play the dancing games again. To play games that aren't Persona. But I don't dislike Persona. I mean, I wouldn't bother doing Q again or playing. Like, if I didn't care and I just wanted to be done with it, I would have bought Portable when it came out and been like, okay, cool, it's done after this. But no, I added, and I added, and I added, and I added. It's my own fault, so yeah. Even though I said earlier that I can't in good faith say that Persona is my favorite JRPG series of all time, it's definitely very high. It's just Tales of has been with me a lot longer. Tales of the Abyss fucking changed the game for, like, storytelling in video games for me. I love the way the plot of these games is written. Even the bad ones, there are still some really good moments that I like. It is. It is. When you told me that I could get Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, thank you, by the way, for that. I would have never played that game if I weren't a streamer. I would have never known. Rolled the dice down the stairs. Yes, there's a lot of things that I do based on a whim, mostly when chat suggests it and I think it's funny or a good idea in the moment. Yeah. I love that game. I'm actually having so much fun with it. There's something about older JRPGs, man. They just have that energy. It's certainly more of a grind, for fucking sure. And sometimes it's almost what you could call bullshit, but I am enjoying Eternal Punishment. I feel like if I were younger, I wouldn't have had the patience for it. Like, after that first, like, oh shit, this game is hard fight, I would have been like, nah, man. But that didn't happen, because I'm an adult, and I've played JRPGs. It's interwoven into my DNA to enjoy JRPGs. Even questionably kind of not very good ones. Like, I'll pile on Persona 5 and I'll pile on Dawn of the New World, but I'll still fucking play them. Because I feel like it's like, dang, there's so many games that I just love to play, and yeah. Taka didn't choose the JRPG life chose her. Yeah, something like that. I was playing JRPGs before Tales of the Abyss too, because Pokemon is, we've talked about this before, Pokemon is technically, yes, it is, it's a JRPG. I had played Disgaea before then. I also really like Disgaea. Disgaea is probably my second or third favorite in the series. Persona's only as high as it is because I love Persona 3 so much, just by itself. It's not my favorite JRPG of all time, but it's a very, 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 very good game. I like it a lot, personally. I like Disgaea's writing style. I like NIS's writing style a lot. I mean, with the classics, I've been branching out, and playing more games in the series that aren't Disgaea. I have Mugen Souls. I have Mugen Souls Z. Those are the only ones that I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about this, and put the game down. However, I am not 100% against streaming it, I just know that it's a really fucking weird game. And that the appearance of the characters are not congruent to the ages that they are supposed to be. The appearance of the characters are very chibi, look very young. They are multiple thousands of years old, some of them. And it's kinda moe. I don't know if they changed it for Z. The first one, no, definitely not. That's definitely still a really fucking weird game. That I only played one chapter of, but I thought the humor was funny in some places. Moe? Yes, Moe. The entire combat system of the game is deciding whether you want to kill something, or you want to flirt with it to make it your servant, your vassal. And every boss that I think so far that you fight, you vassalize them. So the main character has the ability to shapeshift into every single personality type that people like. Oh, because sometimes they age up characters for US release. No, this is just NIS's, because you know how Disgaea, the demon's ages, it's the first two numbers are their actual age, but the two zeros added to the end is the age that they are, but it doesn't change the fact that they're still, like, kids. Like, Laharl is 1,300 years old, but he's still ultimately 13, and the game respects that he's 13, but it's also still an anime game. So there's, like, lighthearted, cute romance moments. And then his fear of busty women. But that's just, like, a him thing. Mugen Souls is not like that. Mugen Souls is very, like, personality trait matches physical body appearance. So, like, the dominatrixy sadistic personality is tall, large-breasted, in charge, aggressive, but, like, her default form is supposed to be, I believe, Dere Dere, and she's dressed in pink, and because of the way her art style is, she looks like she's only 4 feet tall. But she's apparently a god. So yeah, the game's kind of odd. I don't really know. I mean, I could stream it. There's a category for it. There's nothing against me streaming it. It's just a super fucking weird, obscure game. Where the character looks really, really young, but she's older, and she can shape-shift her appearance based on her personality that she's going for when trying to vassalize an opponent. And all the other ones look older. I don't know why it's just that one. But I think they just wanted something cute. I know the English version removed some mini-games. So, yeah, it still got censored somewhat, and luckily we don't have to deal with those mini-games if I play it. But that's a big if. That's the thing. Like, I wouldn't mind it, but I also know that, like, the current internet climate is that if somebody glances at something and doesn't look at it deeper, and sometimes even if they do, they don't care, and I don't want to get in trouble for playing a video game that's trying to make fun of anime romance tropes. Because that's what it is. It's social commentary making fun of JRPGs as well as dating VNs. It's like a reverse. No, it's not. It is a harem builder, essentially, but with monsters. And essentially, in essence, the fact that the main character can shapeshift into any personality type that a specific enemy may find attractive in and of itself is making fun of, like, kudere, dere, yandere, masochist, sadist. And I was like, it's not terrible, but it's very weird. It's not very tasteful for Western audiences, I know that. But it's not, like, super bad. I don't know. I played it a long time ago, before I was a VTuber. So, yeah. I may play it, like, on my own time and then talk about it. But yeah, that one's one that I was like, yeah, I don't really know if this is a good stream game. It's a category on Steam, or stream on Twitch. It's not in the banned games list, so it obviously isn't horrible or just straight up porn, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good game to stream. You know? We are sitting in silence while I talk about this. I'm gonna play music. It's Tales of Symphonia music. Yeah. But anyway, I think that's enough of that. I closed the game a while back now. I need to find somebody to raid. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it would be way later. Like, I'd be more comfortable playing Witch in the Hundred Knight. And Witch in the Hundred Knight in some aspects has a similar problem with hundreds to thousands of year-old witches looking like teenaged girls. because they drank immortality potions at that age, so their bodies stopped aging. But there's not, like... The only characters that get romanticized in the sense of, like, an inappropriate level are the characters that clearly look like adults. The main female lead is just a very loud-mouthed, super fucking bratty teenager-type character. And while she wears a very interesting outfit, I didn't feel the same... I didn't even remotely, like, register any type of level of discomfort, either due to my desensitization of JRPGs, or just because it's really not that bad compared to Mugen Souls. I wouldn't mind streaming that game again. My only reason why I haven't is because last time I played it, it broke a controller. And, there is a PS4 remaster as well as a second game that I'm curious enough about that I'd want to replay the first one, so, you know, that would probably still be a possibility. I obviously want to play Phantom Brave, I want to play Soul Nomad, I have La Pucelle Tactics. I kind of want to do Pretty 1-2 Exploded and Reloaded, but, I couldn't find a physical copy of it, even though I know that they exist. Which have Pretty, I Want to Be the Hero, and Pretty 2. I don't remember the subtitle for Pretty 2, but it's an NIS game, but you play as Pretty. I don't remember the specific, like, I think it's kind of like a platformer. Yeah, they're not easy. I think that's on purpose, though. But yeah, I should wrap up here, so say goodbye to YouTube, everyone. So you play them, so you- I play them so you don't have to? Okay, I'll do that, It's a platformer? Yeah, it's a platformer. I have, Mad Rat Dead. I actually want to play that one again. I want to grind out those stages again. Because I like that game. That's probably my favorite NIS game that's not a JRPG out of their series. Although, I did also really like... I did also really like, Liar Princess and the Blind Prince, Rose in the Twilight. I need to play the Yomawaris. I have a lot of NIS games. It's probably my favorite publisher series. I can't say if it's my favorite, like, JRPG series, because this is multiple different games that are not encompassing one series. It's kind of part of the Disgaea pantheon, but not a lot of them actually, not as many as you think reference each other. The other one with a weird title, I have Trinity Universe on PS3. That one actually has Etna in it as a controllable party member, too. So that'll be an interesting one. But yes, goodbye, YouTube. Whew.